Drohne, ja.
Irgendjemand hat schon mal irgendwas gesehen. Ich habe vom Sound nicht gehört. Du kannst den Frieda sonst fragen.
Frieda ist rum.
Ja. Geil, komme ich da gerade rein?
Stream Delay.
Stream from the past. Ich glaube, wir sollten das Game noch sehen.
Ja.
Man hört uns schon im Stream. Kannst du das Mikro vielleicht nochmal ausmachen, solange wir nicht... Okay, hello, back here at Mimimi headquarters. It's day one after the release of Desperados 3, and if you guys aren't completely busy playing the game in all different kinds of ways, we're happy to welcome you to this stream today. We're gonna have a little bit of a speed run or achievement hunt with the first chapter. So welcome back. I'm Dorian, your host for today, and with me I have Dom and Lucas. Dom is our creative director, and Lucas is for today our speedrunner, our overachiever. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Our best player.
Our best
Not true.
player,
Not true either.
absolutely.
Not true at all.
Yeah, so I would say let's jump right into the game and check out how fast you can crack the first levels.
Okay, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then let's get to it.
So let's start with the train level and try a speed run.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good morning practice, I would say.
Well, I mean, I've done this before, many times,
Good.
but it's been a while.
Oh, actually, I see we already have some of the achievements. So yeah, let's do the speed run definitely.
5:30.
Yeah.
Maybe-
And no save.
Okay, sure.
Maybe you guys could also, at least for the next few levels, you can send us requests which badges or which achievements we should try to get, or Lucas should try to get.
Well,
Since
I
we're a
will
bit...
always also play.
or Dom.
we have a dedicated gamepad player and a dedicated mouse and keyboard.
Since the Steam chat is a little bit delayed here on our side,
Maybe it's better there.
oh yeah. But for the next levels, I'll just ask in advance, and you guys have some time to request some badges, and we pick the ones that we think are best achievable, or the one.
Or you make some up. So
Yeah, you can be
You
creative.
can even
Yeah.
think of
Because-
your own badges and
Yeah.
achievements. Sure,
you
yeah.
can torture us today.
So, you guys, how do you feel? I'm still under the impression of yesterday we had an 8-hour release day stream, and then the big celebration of the release on Steam, GOG, PlayStation, Xbox. Yeah,
Crazy day.
crazy day,
Awesome.
right?
A little bit tired to be honest.
We all are. Yes.
I think we've each had a reasonable, more or less reasonable amount to drink, and well, let's hope I can do it despite the tiredness. I'm gonna let this cutscene play out, but in future I'm probably gonna skip it. Yep. I'm being told the sound is off. Audio.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's hope it's not way too loud.
Let us know if it's too loud or.
I'm still under the impression of yesterday we had an 8-hour release day stream, and then the big celebration of the release.
Then what could drink a man's life?
We're missing a very crucial member of the team today.
Sadly, yesterday
Come on, let's show them who's boss.
We have Phil today.
Jacob!
Shout out to Phil, thanks for
Very
This way,
short.
let's flank him.
so we hope we won't encounter any major issues.
He saw us!
If there's anything wrong.
So who played this yesterday?
I did.
Okay, you did.
I did get away. Style.
Okay.
Shoot him dead, boys!
Played it so many times, it's reckless and try to react. For the speed runs, you should go like pretty slow.
So I may not
for Big A.
make it the first try. I expect not to make it the first try.
He's up for me!
And I've completely disabled the quick save, so I can't actually save. Because that's another bag.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's...
We're doing 2 for 1.
And we're playing which difficulty?
The normal.
Okay, just to get bomb, of course. Later on, definitely gonna take on hard mode.
It's one very interesting
Wonder what's in here.
it's a new
Something tells me you ain't here punching tickets. Huh. Seems like we made an unplanned stop.
maybe crazy.
I'd better go find out what's holding us up.
Make it the first try. I expect not to. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Gonna have to sneak my way up to the front of the
Let's see if I
train.
can save. Nope. That's another save.
See you later. Gotta take him out from here. Better throw a knife.
5 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Rope lifts.
these
No
2 down
barrels.
here.
Man, these folks sure came prepared. Better get up top.
Pretty straightforward.
You scared me.
We got the guns here.
Someone's about to lose a few teeth. Next time, I better thin down the pack before I get loud. Here he comes.
Right?
Thank you, stranger. Find a place to hide.
You already have a strategy.
Seems like we made an unplanned
Well,
stop.
more or less.
I just rush. Having no time.
Don't you move, buddy.
Let's not do anything we might regret.
That's also a don't use guns achievement.
Yeah, I would say
Yes,
So,
we
looks
saw
like the
that
bandits.
yesterday, and I think every one of you watching right now saw it.
I'm warming up.
Maybe several already.
Any ideas on this one?
I'm gonna use my bag as bait.
Yesterday,
You just hide and learn something.
I got to watch and learn.
takes so much time, right? Coming over so slow. Yeah, it's mostly numbers. Not to kill several people at a time.
I could say
I'll take
quite hard to concentrate. Like, I don't know how.
There's a lookout up on the cliff. I'll take it from here.
that. I want to see.
More or less.
Well, I'll
I want to
be
multi-select as much as I can.
Colt Buntline Special. Custom stock. Custom rounds.
Up we go.
My climbing days are behind me, Mr. Cooper.
We're
Well,
getting some compliments.
we'll figure something out. If you can manage
Steam
this
chat,
rope ladder,
the
Mr.
game
McCoy.
looks beautiful. Good job,
I
guys.
prefer
Thank you very
Dr.
much. Showed a lot of love into that.
Thank you. I still can't save. It's very hard not to save.
But it's good that you disable it.
Yeah.
Eyes peeled. His friend.
I probably would have pressed it. Okay, how do I go? Can I just sneak by? 5:30. We're at 15 minutes. It's gonna be rich. Yeah.
For everyone just joining us right now, we're currently in the speed
I got a bullet for
through
you.
the first,
Two's better than one.
second level of the game, I should
Yo,
say.
okay then. Quick and a dead.
On medium difficulty.
That guy wearing the poncho.
Probably 100 faster.
Necessary. And you know that because
Trying to get that 5
I know the type.
5 minutes.
Devil.
I'm sure you guys can probably
Let's
do
go
it
about
even
this
faster,
quiet.
some of you,
I take one. You take the other.
but for us it's the same.
Oh, I'm ready.
So I did a little
The
trick
passenger
there.
sure could use our help.
Why waste
And I
time?
used the
Let's keep going.
planning showdown mode to actually plan one attack, not both of them, just one.
Cold bastard, Mr.
Then
McCoy.
manually do the
Each his own, Mr. Cooper.
Currently in speed
On the train. Looks like we made it.
because sometimes
Still need the dynamite to
Yeah,
clear
it
the
can
tunnel.
just be slightly more
That's easy.
precise.
Come on, let's make our way up.
But both.
One less to worry about.
It gets harder on the
Leave their boss to me.
Yukon. Speed is so much faster. This guy's a free kill.
Need it. Anyone less to worry about.
When this guy is
Don't take it personal.
Oh, I just noticed there are emoticons from Desperados 3 in
Keep
the
your heads
Steam
down.
chat.
We'll take care of the
For
babies.
example, the dog bag. That's quite neat. Didn't even know about that.
Someone's about to lose that in business.
They're probably official.
plan one attack.
Someone call for a doctor. Steady hand. Well, all right.
For our last game, Shadow Tactics, I was the one in charge of speed running all the missions to see what time we can expect for the badges.
Doesn't
And all the people were like 3 times
So
faster,
it's
5
so
times
crazy.
faster. But
Which
Insane.
way?
don't have like the highest
Oh, we just got notice from Twitch that our voices are too silent and the game is way too loud. And we already addressed that. We probably should also keep an eye on the stream chat.
Did you go in pause? Yeah. Good. So we don't see the game right now, so it's
I can't pull up the audio of the mic
Okay,
more, so...
I'll just make the game
The
quiet.
game
Yeah.
less loud. Yeah, I think that's the primary issue here.
yeah, the setup is not perfect with this microphone. Turn down the game a little bit, and we try to speak louder, I guess.
Huh?
No, he.
Okay, is it better now? I hope.
Should be, I guess. If there's still any issue, let us know. We're still
Oh, 5
trying
minutes
to
already.
fix it by the go.
So I don't think I'll make it in time here.
Probably have to restart.
Yep.
No,
Let's just
try
let's
it.
I
let's
mean,
finish
try-
it and
try.
you know get some practice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like the next run. And
Okay.
Maybe I'm.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
I think I'm not gonna be fast.
Challenge accepted.
Let's see.
Oh, I messed up. I messed up.
Oh. Too sloppy.
There's gonna be some guards here.
Ooh. 1 health.
Yep.
Ah, nice. You
Yeah,
have a
I-
shot planned.
Yep. Just in case.
Yeah. But
Okay.
no, you can. Oh, what's going on?
Oh,
with
I
Doc?
think Doc is being
Ah, he was
attacked.
exposed. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
he's on the train. Okay. Okay,
That's
that's a reset.
Things went south real
Hard
fast here.
Okay, Dom, your go.
Okay.
But I mean, it's just relatable. I think people would be
Yeah.
mad if you just did it on the first try.
It'll be boring, yeah. I didn't even try.
No.
Ich hau den Audio von gerne nochmal ein bisschen hoch, weil er jetzt wohl so
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see if I will do any better. Okay, ready? Oh, no, not yet. Sorry. Okay.
Well, now, gonna have to sneak my way up to the front of the train.
As usual, we got some people who want us to make commandos. Well, we don't do remasters. We already said that yesterday. But yeah, people wish for us to make some commandos IP or at least World War II theme.
But there's gonna be a new commander someday, not from us, but some other studio. It's gonna be really cool, and there's more of that genre out there on the market, and it's gonna be also inspirational for us. So it's very, very important that more games like that are made. So
Yeah, and I mean, who knows which setting we're gonna explore next?
oh,
Oh, that's a very close call.
hey, that was kind of.
If you have a second, you can actually heal yourself with Dog.
Yeah.
Because he just lost 1 HP.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
later.
think I don't have seconds. Yeah, maybe no.
Yeah, exactly.
John in the chat is asking, does the game have choices? Can I level up speech and talk my way out of fights? No,
No, sadly
no,
not.
you can't do that.
It's not that kind of game.
Those guys can't be talked to, sadly. You can approach it non-lethally. You can, so in a way, you have choices. You can approach the levels in very different ways. You can go for non-lethal playthrough, which is probably quite a bit harder at times, but you can totally do that. And usually there's also different ways, different routes that you can take in the level to get to your objective.
We'll figure something out. Hope you can manage this rope ladder.
It's fine. There's like a slight delay when the view cone turns red before the alarm sounds. It's like half a second.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Makes a huge difference sometimes. You gonna kill these guys or just sneak through?
Nah, I don't know. Fast. Wow, it's so hard if you don't have a plan.
Oh man.
Oh no!
Oh no, he's
This
exposed.
guy.
He's
Yesterday, I screwed up at the same position. I remember.
You're gonna get some additional guards here.
Yeah. Oh,
I see
they're
two.
on cooldown. Oh, but that's good. They're now a little bit distracted.
That's true.
Oh, nah, that's gonna fail my.
You have another double shot? Okay, you have 2 more bullets.
By the way, guys, I really appreciate that you answer each other's questions in the chat. I can't possibly keep track of this because I'm also
Oh shit! They
a
even
bit-
have more reinforcements.
Oh, a second wave, okay. Yeah.
But they're gonna like
a
be
bit
little
tied
bit
up in the game.
distracted. Oh shit!
And Cooper's out of bullets. That's gonna be tricky for the rest of the mission.
Oh shit! But
That guy's not in view. Okay.
and I have to get my knife. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Nah.
Not the most elegant solution.
No. Where's like the next ammo crate? What's my time is? No. Shit. No, I think I wasted way too much time there. It's like one of them. It's went actually up there.
Oh, okay.
No.
What?
No. Shit. Okay. That guard is not supposed to be there. Oh. Oh shit.
Wow.
No, that's not gonna be good. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Perfect.
Well,
Oh, no.
Maybe not.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
And no saves.
Cooper dies. Okay.
As you can see, developers aren't necessarily the best at their own games.
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay, back to me.
We got a lot of compliments for the game again. Thank you
you
so
very
much for this game. Really loving it and the options. Keep up the amazing work, guys. I've played the first 10 missions and it's absolutely
Wow.
brilliant.
In one day?
The first 10 missions, yeah.
Good
That's
job.
half the game.
That's like the speedrun badge for each of them.
Yeah.
Any rideable horses? No, sadly. We had to
Only
decide
cutscene
against
horses.
that. Yeah, in the cutscene.
Yeah. They, gameplay wise, in a stealth focused game, they are not so. Yeah, we didn't come up with that interesting mechanics for the horses. So there are some horses you can like manipulate.
Yeah.
And do funny stuff with them, like. kicking
There's no horse
somebody.
riding, I guess.
Yeah. there's no
Sadly.
riding, yeah.
Would have been great.
Is it round based? No, it's real time.
It's real time, but it has a pause function that looks like this. Actually, not gonna leave it on because I think the time.
Yeah, the time continues. Yeah. Like the speedrun time.
How does this differ from Shadow Tactics other than it is a Western setting?
So, for example, the pause is new, which makes a lot of difference for players who want to take it even more tactical and slower a little bit. And also the gunfights, we have a way more focus on gunfights. Every character have a distinct gun skill, and also the showdown mode really helps with that, because then it's not very hectic, but it can be more strategical when you pause the game. And also we have stuff like the civil zones where you can like roam around freely in a town, for example, or there could other cool levels like New Orleans, for example, later on. I think we're also gonna show the town level later.
Yeah, if we manage to get through this level.
So, or we have, for example, a very nice feature, the replay screen, where you see your whole playthrough in one go after you finish your mission. So there's those like larger features, and then there's all those like tiny improvements.
Yeah. If you guys aren't sure if it's too similar for to Shadow Tactics for you, you can definitely try out the free demo on Steam. And just look for yourself. There have been improvements throughout the game. You will see that.
And also one thing to mention is like the voodoo style gameplay that you get later. It's very sophisticated. That's why you unlock the character pretty late in the game, but that opens up a new layer of like sandboxiness. So that's very nice. So with the mind controlling or connecting, so one thing happens to one person, happens to the other, you can like have such crazy ways of solving missions, which I think it's a blast. So, Lucas is doing
Well, so far it's similar
maybe
to my
because
first
I'm
one.
not talking to him, so he
But
can't.
I think
actually have to
you
answer.
solved the plateau very elegant. More elegant than I did. Definitely.
Luis Pereira is asking, I wonder if there is still hope of the game being translated into Brazilian Portuguese.
I think there is a lot of hope, because I heard there's like some fan translation.
Oh, okay, so
I can't like
tuned.
confirm that 100%, but I think somebody is already putting a lot of work into that, and that's nice.
there's also another one coming in here about the season pass. So in the future there will be new characters or just new missions?
We're gonna first like focus on missions, so it's gonna be 3 missions, but they're gonna be really large and really cool missions, and also a lot of replayability.
Or maybe new game mode. That's still part of that question.
So we also have some like kind of free content updates in the pipeline, and we experimenting with some stuff, so there's definitely gonna be some more content also for free, and that's gonna be very cool, I think.
Great.
So that was unintended. I actually shot her by accident.
Oh.
Instead of planning the action.
Oh shit.
Oops.
Yeah, you know,
Um,
you were pretty fast, but
what's my time? 4. Oh, God.
1 minute.
If I can sneak by all of them and just chuck a dynamite.
Yeah. You're gonna be like very shortly distracted when you when they're in alert state. So
How did he not see me? Oh, he did.
shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
So guys, what we're trying to do here right now for everyone who just joined us, we're trying to do the second level of Desperados 3 in speedrun. So
With no
far it's
saves.
not working that nicely. You can
tried,
say
I
that.
tried.
That's the third try now.
A big mistake when I accidentally shot the lady. What's her name?
Big Ann.
Big Ann. Instead of planning the action, I thought I did. Yeah. Okay, retry.
Oh yeah.
Back to you, Dom.
Yeah.
Fourth try.
Fourth time's the charm, right?
Well, we are doing 2 badges in one.
Yeah.
If I had saves,
Okay.
I would have been able to go back.
Yeah, maybe we have to dump down.
No.
Okay, okay.
That's fine.
We do have our standards.
So maybe if it's like late in the evening, then we might. But no.
So if you do have saves enabled and you save and then you quick load back to that save, the time actually did go on in the
Yeah.
future.
But-
So it's not that evil. Otherwise,
Yeah,
every
but you can have like one mistake, then
yeah
Yeah, it's
that's
not
fine. So
all over
you
with
can't
one
do, like,
alarm. Yeah.
yeah.
that. Yeah, and in general, you don't have to have the no save for the speedrun, so it's totally legit to save.
Yeah. Self-imposed challenge.
Cool.
Oh. And I feel like the skills cooldowns really come into play when you do something like this.
Yeah, they're really important for
Yeah.
speedruns.
So you can't just throw a knife and then throw another knife. There's actually like a 10-second delay. I don't know how much it is exactly.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit shorter than that, but
Yeah.
We also keep getting questions. What were some challenges when it came to creating Desperados 3? We definitely
no
talked,
challenges at all.
no challenges at all. We definitely talked about that yesterday a lot, and I think I can also recommend the devlogs on the THQ Nordic YouTube channel for that. There are like I keep forgetting 5 or 6 episodes shedding light on different aspects of the development of Desperados 3, and I encourage you guys to check that out if you haven't already.
Yeah. There's some good information in there.
What's your favorite episode?
The audio one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me too.
Easily.
I think
yeah,
that's
the
because
only one.
that's the development part that you
Ah, shit.
Oh.
know least about usually, because everything else happens in house.
Yeah, exactly. So cool to see all the foley and the
But
music.
yeah, the Foley artist is
Amazing.
doing an amazing job.
Yeah, it's so simple when you think about it, but it's just such a crazy art form to just like create sounds using these objects for a game. Amazing! I was so blown away. Oh, that's pretty smart.
Oh.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Anything you can just sneak around, not killing, is
Oh,
gonna be a time save.
No.
this guy. Oh, it was not that smart, but
The double shot can save you.
oh,
Oh no!
yeah. There's always this like very short time when you're exposed, also in bushes. When you use your guns.
Can still do it, but
Okay.
I think the
No
time
more-
is
no more
just running
bullets.
out.
No, but
Are there gonna be 2 more guards coming? Cause the bell is still half full.
yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
God. Oh God. Why does this keep happening? What are the guards always saying?
Kenny, who just tuned in, is asking, will Sanchez make a reappearance?
Sadly, not.
Yeah, sadly we
Not in this
we with Hector
Not
and
yet.
Isabel we have 2 great replacements for the beloved characters that didn't make it into Desperados 3. I think.
Oh.
Well, I like both of them a lot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh damn.
Oh, it's her again. I think she hears the noise.
Yeah,
and
yeah, and
she
she-
tries to get up, but there's no ladder for her.
Yeah, there's
so she-
only the rope.
Oh, the rope. Yeah, okay. I didn't
Oh,
even
the-
notice that.
I can't jump over it. Oh. Yeah, waiting for this to cool down. It's not gonna work for a speedrun. Yeah, no ammo, 3 guards, not gonna work. Go on. Nothing happened here. Nobody died. Nothing.
It's a silly question, but I think the fast forward button also makes the time accelerate. I hope so.
I think so.
Okay, good.
Like in the speedrun, it should. But it's so funny when you like all the different levels of time you have in the game because you have
It's
like
so confusing.
consistent
It's crazy. Yeah.
play time, like how long you actually played, and you
Yeah.
have like the time which is like how long you like without the saves. So when you go on the replay screen, it
Yeah.
always shows like a very short time, but then the play time was way longer because
Of
it's
course,
the
of
actual
course.
time you spent, and it's really sometimes very confusing.
Okay,
even for us.
we have the question here. Do I have to play previous Desperados to understand the story plot?
No.
No.
The
Absolutely
cool thing
not.
is it's a prequel.
Yeah.
So it's really the origin story of the characters, how the characters meet for the first time. So, yeah.
I think
It's-
same as with most prequels out there. You don't have to know the story to understand a prequel because it's like the first thing that happens in the timeline, right? But if you do know the story, then you will notice a few things
Yeah.
like nods and sort of odds and
Yeah.
ends.
Oh, where's the safe spot for dog? Ah, there's
Oh,
a
I'm not
bush,
sure.
Right.
Maybe there actually.
Yeah, yeah. That could be good. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
How am I on the time? Ah! No, oh, I missed it
So
already.
you can just keep practicing.
Yeah, but I try to at least
Yeah.
finish the level.
Yeah, but because it's still no saves then.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
We had a few no save badges in Shadow Tactics. Those were my favorite ones, I think. In the on the second mission.
I would need dog here. I'm gonna like, sneak.
But you really have to be a little bit of a masochist to
Well,
at least.
No, no. I disagree here. I wouldn't recommend this for anyone playing for the first time. That's just silly.
Yeah.
That's not intended. It's just.
Oh, oh, shit.
She killed a civilian.
Yeah, yeah, good.
Okay, go.
No, no. Okay, now dynamite.
No,
No,
it's
I'm gonna.
dynamite.
Dynamite is the
Oh.
solution to everything.
Hopefully, I'm not gonna kill dog. No.
Oh, is he dead? Oh!
Kill dog.
Killed his own character.
Well, you got the achievement kill 3 bandits at the same time. I don't know if
Oh, maybe dog counts.
counted towards that.
Dog counts as a bandit, I guess.
Hilarious.
Oh, man.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Okay, nice. Okay, so
Wow.
if you're playing any mission for the first time, don't go no saves.
Yeah,
I
Unless-
don't go
unless
for a
you're-
speedrun.
Yeah, but in time, after playing the game for a long time, and you want like a new challenge, it's such a cool way to just re-experience this challenge again.
Yeah, it's so much.
It's
thrill,
great.
man.
I love it
Well, true, yeah.
because it's like this phenomenon that we have with pretty much every mission. You finish it for the first time, it takes like 2 hours or whatever, and then you see the speedrun badge and it says 5 minutes 30. You're like, that's just impossible.
Yeah.
But the second time you try, even if you're not trying to speedrun it, it's just so much faster. It's like the third of the time.
Yeah. And even though you play it like differently, that's also very cool.
Yeah.
It's not that you play it always the same way, or there are always so many solutions.
Yeah.
Always there is like one where we think it's the easiest
That's
or
the-
most obvious, but
Yeah.
there's
You think it's the best, and even we think it's the best,
Yeah,
and then
and then
some
players-
speedrunner makes it's crazy. My favorite story is when I was determining the speedrun time for Kage-sama's camp in the last game,
Yeah.
and I was so proud of my like 4 minutes speedrun or something. And then the first video that comes out is like 39 seconds for the level. I couldn't believe it.
For everyone who's watching this stream on any other outlet than the stream Steam stream this way. Yeah, we're currently mainly focusing on Steam, as this is the game festival live stream that we're doing today. But I'm also trying to check questions from Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, where we're also streaming live right now. I got a question here: any plan for this game to support Chinese? It's actually already in there. We have simplified Chinese voiceover,
Audio,
and also text language.
voiceover, Russian, Chinese.
Let's do
It's
some-
voiced.
Yeah, let's do some Chinese.
Yep. Oh, damn. Okay. I actually quite enjoy it. I don't speak Chinese or Russian, but I think they're really well made
Yeah.
for my non-native ears.
Yeah. But it's always that's also very interesting when you get like a language where you have like really not much connection to,
Right.
and it's very hard to judge like
Yeah,
how the
of
voice
course.
acting is and that, and we love to hear some feedback about that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think for Russian, for me, it's a little bit easier because it's more like, I don't know, it sounds more familiar, the language. I heard it more in my life, and there I think I really can hear, okay, that sounds like some cool cowboys. In Chinese, I'm a little bit like, okay,
What
is
are
that
they
how,
really
like,
saying?
would they sound like that? And I have no clue because
Yeah, that's always
I have no
hard
connection
to, yeah.
to the language, sadly. So.
I'm gonna try your thing with sneaking by.
Did you watch a lot of westerns?
Of course.
Oh yeah, certainly. Yeah.
Certainly we did. Yeah, we tried to like, watch all those like classic spaghetti westerns, and then also the new ones. There was like this, or is the small hype where western is coming back to popular media, and we tried for Desperados to like kind of mix those, but we really loved the like classic western, and also like the Desperados series is more based on this like spaghetti classic western.
Yeah. A bit gritty, a bit funny.
Yeah.
something
Certainly some,
for everyone.
certainly some humor.
But also for a game, it's for a game where it's all about gameplay. It's also, I think, a better suit to have something that's more fun, more upbeat than something like too serious. Like, yeah, we want the player to have fun and not like somebody else then all the time, like, I don't know, be frustrated with their lifestyle or something.
Yeah, another inspiration must have been Hitman, right? There are a lot of people hinting at that too.
I love the series. Like, I'm a huge fan of Hitman, and when especially like the Civil Zone feature
Yeah, right.
is a lot inspired by Hitman. And the cool thing is with that you can have different kind of scenarios and settings, so you can like walk freely around in a western town. It would be weird if you a cowboy and go in a western town and everybody shoots at you. Maybe it's not that weird, but for a western, but it's very cool that you can like experience those places without like there's everybody hostile at you. So. And we also love Dishonored, so if that comes up next.
Yeah, if you guys find any features that you know from any other game, just ask if that was our inspiration. I mean, obviously we all play a lot of different games, so something comes in from every corner.
You have to. I think you can slip more of those.
The chat is already getting a little
Frustrated?
bit impatient.
Okay.
But I
Here we
think
go.
we can
Last two
do it.
guys.
We can do it.
We
guys.
have 30 seconds left.
30 seconds is more than enough.
Don't kill dog.
No, don't go.
Don't
go.
take the ladder.
Now,
Yeah,
this.
you're gonna make it now.
Okay. We'll just have to run down.
No, like you have to wait.
I do?
Yeah, you can't finish the
it's,
mission during alert. We changed that. That's like one of the.
Yeah, that was very close. First call.
Okay, well that's
So it's better you kill like everybody. Where's stop maybe? They're still spawning. Yeah, but the dynamite definitely is.
Is that it? No.
No.
Okay, now I'm
But,
over time.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
but then
you-
I would say after this we maybe go to the next level.
Really?
No, you all.
Oh, I got a badge! not the one we wanted.
No, run down.
At least
Okay.
some badge.
Get down. But did you already miss it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe.
How did I do it back then? I don't remember. I don't remember.
But yeah, usually if you want to go for a speedrun, you have to have like a plan. You have to like play it slow for the first time, then you see like, okay, this I'm gonna slip, this I can slip, and then you just execute it. That's
anywhere you
how
can just
would
throw
do
a
it.
coin and slip
Yeah.
by is gonna be faster than killing.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually have an interesting question here in the Steam chat.
Okay.
Do you suggest mouse and keyboard or controller?
I think that's complete player preference.
Completely up to you. If you're going for just complete perfect speedrun speed, I think mouse and keyboard is gonna be faster always, just because of like the aiming and the walking, and you can, walk with two characters in two different places.
Yeah,
without-
right, because you
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
send them, and
exactly.
on a controller you have to manually steer them
Yeah.
through the map. So
But for the badges, it's totally doable with this. As we did not see just now. I was hoping to showcase that it is possible.
Well,
Believe
maybe-
me, it is possible.
maybe with another level.
It's been done many times. But yeah, it's really up to you. It's complete
Yeah,
preference.
I think it's where you come from. If you're like more a PC player, then you go with mouse and keyboard the first time, and if
Yeah.
you're more used to controller, you go for controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and that's the nice replay.
6:13. Okay.
Close, but not good enough.
But we did get some other badges. Can you go back to the badge screen?
Can I go back?
Yeah, B.
Be back.
Yeah,
We
so-
got.
Yeah.
I
At
did
least the no
kill 10
save.
badges.
And you didn't save. I mean, that's
Oh yeah,
already
okay.
quite
That's
the
it's not a
achievement.
badge, but that's actually not so
What?
easy. It's not one of the badges to not save.
Don't, it is. Don't save during the mission.
I'm blind. Yeah.
In this one, it is.
Yeah. And I just love watching this over and over. Different speeds. Okay, next level. Back to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we gonna go in like. Yeah, I would say we go to town.
Yeah, let's do the town level.
Okay, there's also
7 minutes speed run. Or shall we go for the
Should we go for the
3 mission target kills at the same time?
Okay,
Guys,
like-
you in the chat decide.
Yeah, I think the three targets at the same time is very interesting. Or again, the speed run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where they-
I've never actually done the 3 targets at the same time, but I do have a theory how it could work, and it would be interesting to see. I have never actually done it myself.
We'll do the wedding level after that. We can only play the first chapter, so if we run through the levels too fast, we still have about 1.5 hours. So
Yeah.
stick with us or just join later on when we're through with this level. Okay, we got 3 at the same time.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
I think we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one because that's
Yeah.
one where you have to be more
Yeah,
creative.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I
What's
think-
Speed
what's
run
your
is just-
strategy here?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it right now.
Okay.
So I know, like the poison is very unreliable
I
because
think-
you have no idea when.
But isn't that the key though?
Yeah,
Because
but-
you only have 2 characters. You need to kill 3 targets.
yeah, I know. Like, okay. Oh, we still have,
we have
no
no
say.
saves.
No, that's
Oh,
You
no,
can
no.
restart the level.
We have to do. Yeah.
So for everyone who's joining us right now, we're currently in our live stream for the Steam Games Festival, playing our game Desperados 3, which released yesterday. Trying to do some speedruns or achievement hunts. I'm Dorian, your host for the day, and I'm joined by Dom, the creative director, and Lucas, concept artist, who's also one of our speedrun experts.
Well,
even though
Not
today he
anymore.
seems a little bit out of shape.
The more you keep saying it, the less genuine it feels.
Well, and also let me say this: the whole team is very much looking forward to seeing speedruns on YouTube or wherever you upload it.
Oh man.
We're always excited to see people solve levels in ways that we couldn't possibly anticipate.
Yeah.
I bet at the end of the stream there's a train speed run.
Just
like 10
Probably.
times
3 minutes.
fast.
There's probably even one up there right now.
Yeah.
No, but no joke. I think even though the badge is 5:30, I think it's probably doable in like 3 minutes.
Probably.
It's just, you know, it's just about execution.
Yeah.
And then all the time that it takes is just walking for each character. If you can just cut it down to the minimum. Okay, so now we have all the time we need here.
Yeah. But
Is this one of the targets?
No. Is he?
Is he
Like
the-
we changed it at some point, but no, he's not.
Wait, that's the Duke?
No,
No,
the
that's not
Duke
the
is
Duke.
the one patrolling
Okay,
here.
Marge McBain. Okay.
No.
So that guy doesn't count.
Okay.
So there goes my strategy out the window.
I mean, you only have to kill 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah.
I actually did it before, but I'm not gonna tell you how I did it.
Okay. I have a very strong suspicion that the poison is the key.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
time.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you want to try something more.
Okay, I have
sloppy,
another theory.
I think-
double shot
Yeah.
on McBain,
Ah.
and okay, that's also possible.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Both pretty
Like,
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think
Like that.
there's
Yeah.
it's a very good spot, but then on
And then
the
Hector
other
kills.
Jarvis
Yeah.
is.
You'll have to clear one area.
Yeah, I think I have to clear one area, right?
Why does Hector not have his shotgun in Flagstone? Yeah.
It's in the hotel room. He forgot.
He actually finds it later on in a later level, just scavenging through some stuff and randomly finding it, so he doesn't
Is
have
that
it
canon?
here.
Is that confirmed?
I think so.
Should we ask Hambo for the?
I don't know about the hotel room. That sounds more like a fan theory.
I think
It's the one I like to believe.
Are the NPC paths always the same?
Yes, except during alarm.
yeah, if they investigate or in an alarm state, they
Yeah.
are not the same. And there's some like distinct actions where you alter them. If you maybe have some people interacting and you kill one of them, then the guy will change his behavior
And investigate,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
But of course, for a game like this, it's really important that that's predictable where everyone is walking and looking at a certain time, unless you raise the alarm and everything gets kind of more unpredictable.
Yeah, I love that. That's the best skill of Hector, like
Throwing? It's so funny that Anisha just found out about this like 2 weeks ago during testing. She was like, "What? Hector can throw? That's so good. That's so strong." It really is. It's very, very strong.
You can be like very creative with that skill.
Yeah.
Just gonna slip in here. I think I'm gonna clear
Yeah.
this area to make this hit very
Ooh, close one.
sloppy. Yeah, I'm gonna raise the alarm. And for example, now you see if I would whistle this guy, he also would come out. But oh no,
Now,
in this case he
no
wouldn't
longer.
come out because he's more like has a static behavior.
It's very hard to explain what just happened, but
Yeah.
it'll make sense if you play long enough.
So yeah, well, this guy would now start looking for for the guy he talked to before, but I kind of prevented him from doing anything. So now let's get this guy out here.
We got Super Kikachu on Twitch saying I'm 36 hours in this game and I had no
Wow.
idea Hector could throw a body like that. So
Oh,
you're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's very strong.
you have to replay the whole game. from the beginning.
Yeah, it's done. Reset game, it's an option.
And here, for example, now Jarvis, who is one of the targets, he's also now looking for the camera. So that's gonna be an easy kill. When he like cools down.
Wait, there's one more guy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be sloppy anyway, so maybe.
Yeah, I'm still really curious what your plan actually is.
I think now I try to find like a perfect spot for Cooper to use his guns and gonna be like really loud. And that's also the cool thing that you can like, even if it's like one challenge taking out 3 guards at the same time, there's like obviously so many ways, but then there's also the, if you want to still do it like super stealthy, or if you go a little bit sloppy. I think I'm.
What's the time window that it has to happen in? Is it like 1 second?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's well, it's generous. It doesn't have to be exactly at the same time.
Well, I would still go for the poison, but this is totally.
But
you'll just have to wait for a moment for
because like here's a spot. Like obviously that's sloppy, and
even just showing this on stream is like a huge giveaway because that's not intended. Well, I mean it's semi-intended.
It's something that I found out some while ago, but really late. If he's standing below.
Yeah, but I also I didn't prepare Hector yet, so.
Okay. Stop again now.
Yeah.
No, it's too late.
Yeah, I think it's. Oh.
Yeah, but. It's not. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, well,
I think like Hector.
Hector is not in place.
Well, he's not the fastest runner.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, and
no, if he stands up.
Yeah, he will stand up. Yeah.
Oh boy.
No, that's
probably not.
But I'm gonna try it. Maybe it's that generous.
Maybe it is.
That doesn't sound like our game. It's not that generous.
Hi guys. Does it work? Does it count? No.
No, I don't know if even.
But the other 2 guys died?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that did not work.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. Okay, then I have to wait 1 round, but that's quite a fast way to solve this.
1 round. Are you sure that McBain's and the Duke's routines are perfectly in sync? I don't know.Maybe that was.
You mean
that was a one
once
chance
in a lifetime chance to do that?
Yeah.
I hope not. Hey, wait, like maybe I can like. Okay. Yeah. Hey, wait, that so. Maybe I get.
So for everyone just joining us. In this live stream for the Steam Games Festival, we're just trying to kill 3 mission at the same time, and we did it.
But no.
Well, the big alarm, of course, but who cares?
But Hector is a bit of a tank. That's very nice.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hide here in the bush. So.
And he doesn't have the shotgun, so you can't take out.
But he has his whiskey, so he can regain health and.
Yeah, he's pretty safe.
Kind of in a pickle, even though they can't get up there.
But you can wait that out. So
Yeah.
That's not the smoothest way.
I'm honestly more worried about Hector because he's still in the hostile zone.
Yeah.
Cooper's fine up there.
Yeah, and I still have to like.
Yeah, Hector is getting.
Oh shit! No, that's not gonna work. I have to be like super lucky if they.
Where's the shotgun? Where's the shotgun when you need the shot?
But actually, you.
Okay, I have to be more careful here.
That would have been beautiful with the shotgun.
You do keep the badges, right?
Yeah,
Even if you reload.
Yeah, but.
So technically we got it.
Technically, yes. I still think we should do it the proper way.
Yeah.
So that was the badge again, basically.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go like out in the neutral zone.
Yeah, that's safer.
So, does he go again?
Then you just wait.
Yeah, like McBain is. Yeah,
Is
nice. Yeah.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah. Okay.
Dun-dun-dun.
Looks like a cutout of a cartoon character.
This guy is not alive.
That's a great table he has.
Yeah, actually it's a planning table. Yeah.
Yeah, we had that yesterday in the release day stream a lot, that we just would get lost in the details of the maps. And
So obviously now there's more going on around here.
Yeah, nothing happened. I'm just looking around.
Nobody saw me. So we still have to get Wild March.
Yeah.
So that was quite cool. So should
You
we
wanna do
use the poison?
Use the poison or use the
or
creative
just
something else.
run in guns blazing, shoot everybody. Do you still have enough ammunition there?
Yeah, I think, and I could
Oh, you could get that.
restock
Yeah.
here. Like I still have to slip by,
But you know
Like
what?
any
You can also do the
successions.
poison. Yesterday we had Flo kill her the old-fashioned way, I think.
okay. Okay, this guy is not looking, so
Oh, we got another compliment for the
Yeah,
game.
I just
here.
read it. That's a huge compliment.
Sincere thanks for the game, guys. Desperados 1 is one of my most favorite games ever. Used to spend literally days in it. Playing Desperados 3 brings those feelings back. Thank you. That's really a huge
That's
compliment.
really nice
That's
to hear.
exactly what we wanted
Thank
to achieve
you.
with this.
Huge compliment.
nah, he has stole the guns. Like this guy's not seen them, so I love that. Like in some situations when you're like on the borders of the map, that you can also go like loud inner stealth
Yeah, if you're
fly
out of the,
through because
well, you do have a couple chickens that are gonna
Oh.
get scared.
I know they're just complaining, but they're not getting out of the hut. That's
Dom, how often did you play Desperados 1?
wow. That's a good question.
How often did you finish the whole game?
I think like 5 times or something. So, like obviously when we started, before we started working on it, obviously, then when we got the contract to
Yeah.
work on it, obviously, and in my childhood. So,
Okay.
but as a child, I think I was like, yeah, not that great of a player in it. So, but I finished it. That's for sure.
We just got the information from someone in the Steam chat that the game is on Pirate Bay. Well, there are also like that's of course an issue with all games. There's always
Yeah.
some cracks or some key stores that sell the game a lot cheaper than it could possibly be feasible. Well, just if you want to support the developers, you're gonna buy it at the real stores.
Yeah, and if you want to have more of those games made,
And if you're just not sure if it's worth the money, please
Play the
check
game.
out the free demo.
Yeah. And you could buy the game twice to make up for the piracy.
Well, I actually read a comment under some YouTube
Yeah, that's
review of a guy who said, I got the cracked version, but then I also bought the game to support
Okay,
you guys
well,
because
that's
it's so
very
good.
He's honest.
Yeah, that was quite
Yeah.
quite nice.
So I slipped in here and there's like the poison. You actually, there are people talking about that in the mission, so you first have to like figure it out.
Yeah.
But somehow I knew it already.
Well, I don't know how.
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't know this.
So I skipped the figuring out part.
Yeah.
So
This is like a hint that you can get by listening to the villagers here.
yeah, that's your last whiskey, mister.
Actually, I think if you poison the whiskey while he's not looking, he dies too if he drinks from it.
Oh, nice! I never did that.
I
Yeah,
think that
honestly.
happened
Oh.
to me last time. I hope I'm not telling
Like,
anything
let's
that's
see.
not correct. You guys
If
try
I
out.
could like poison it right in front of her.
Well, does she drink it? She just gets
No,
it.
she
though.
doesn't.
No, no,
drink
she
it.
doesn't drink it.
She doesn't drink it.
Yeah,
But that was nice timing.
yeah. That was like, yeah.
Oh, don't mind me. I just
Yeah. What happened?
poured something into the barrel.
Yeah. But like this looks like a really trustworthy guy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like not suspicious or anything. Yeah, now I'm just getting the hell out of here. So
Yeah.
she has like the whiskey and shouldn't she like have it in her hand actually?
Really?
She got it in her
think so.
pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually yeah. I think that might.
It's
yeah.
an older build. It's an older build.
Yeah, we. Oh no, I don't see the thing. Like
So she's pouring the
No,
the
no,
drink.
like she's not preparing it. Yeah, you whiskey madam, I think.
I think she's gonna request a dance here.
Yeah.
And then something wrong with the drink.
And actually, Flo pointed this out yesterday. I never saw it, but
Yeah, no.
when she's lying on the ground, she really has foam.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
It's so ridiculous that that's
Okay, I
even
have to
in
see
there,
that.
but it's such a
Oh,
detail.
nice.
Like,
Yeah, that's info.
incredible. Incredible. Oh, the voice language is still Chinese. Maybe we can
Oh.
switch back to English. Thanks, guys, for letting
Yeah.
us
Okay,
know.
we can go Russian now, I
Yeah.
guess.
That's
English, yeah, it's fine. Oh, German, yeah.
let's do like short Russian.
Just for a second.
Just
Yeah.
let's not forget about that again.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
What
so
time
for,
is it in China? Like any time, I guess, because China is quite big.
Oh yeah, I guess.
they have,
So-
I think they have like 4 different
Yeah.
time zones, even though
No.
they already have some.
They have
Are
one.
they
They have
all
one time.
united in one? Oh yeah,
That's
right.
true.
That's
But
that's
it's
the whole job.
stretching over.
Yeah.
It should be stretching
Yeah.
over.
You can literally go like south
Mhm.
across the border, and then it's like 4 hours later.
Oh right. Yeah.
So I actually finished the mission.
Okay, nice.
Good job. We did it.
Cool. So should we retry it in a different way?
We could try the wedding and then maybe go back so
Okay, sure,
people don't
Yeah,
get bored.
yeah, that's a good idea.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So only one accident. Like the shooting was not very subtle. So
Yeah.
and that's also an interesting badge here, like not touching.
Yeah, I love those. It just changes the mission so much by just disabling the bushes or the water sometimes.
Yeah.
Like don't swim during the mission, and then it just changes everything.
Use. It's like a very rough playthrough with that. Oh,
Oh, intended. Yeah, that was because you had the pause mode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so for
that's
everyone tuning in right now, we're currently live for the Steam Game Festival
I painted something nice.
showing Desperados 3, our game that released yesterday. Just going for some fun speed runs and badge hunting here.
Yeah.
I just realized you can actually use the movement for the characters to write stuff, maybe, or
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
to draw something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be very interesting.
Let's get
Okay.
creative, guys.
I think like 2 things here are very interesting. Don't use the disguise, so it's like don't
Mhm.
use the main skill of Kate,
Yeah.
which is
That's a
quite
big one.
funny,
That's a
but
big one.
also you wanna go with that.
I've
one?
never done that,
Yeah.
but let's
Yeah,
do it.
let's
Yeah,
try
let's
that.
do
I think
that.
I know how it works.
Yeah.
Take a photo
It's
of the
a bit-
dead groom. I did that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did that
yeah.
yesterday, exactly.
Okay.
It's a bit confusing that some badges are already unlocked, but hey.
Yeah.
So we already no. I wonder what build this is.
If you never played these games, can you pick it up starting at the 3rd one? We already had that question
Yeah.
a bit earlier.
Totally.
Yes, it's a sequel, so the
Prequel.
beauty prequel. Sorry. The beauty of it is you can first play Desperados 3 and then Desperados 1 if you like to. Of course, there are some hat tips and Easter eggs that refer to the first game in the series, but it's not story relevant. So if you haven't played the first, second one before, it doesn't really matter for the story. If you haven't played real-time tactic games before, this is also a good game to start with, because we have a lot of custom options for the difficulties. You can really adjust the game so it just fits your skill set.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't be afraid of like really play it with the beginner difficulty if you never
Yes.
played a game like that before. Also, you can like change it later on. It's no problem, but it's a very challenging game, so you shouldn't really like be
Yeah.
afraid of using like beginner. It's not
Yeah.
like casual or
And
anything.
I mean, as you can see, even we developers fail at times just because we try to do new things and haven't thought it through maybe. Sometimes there are just some things happening that you couldn't anticipate, or you could have, but you didn't.
Is it locked?
So there's a door here that's locked.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
so you have
that's
to
the
unlock
tricky
that.
part
And I
about
think
it,
that
yeah.
this key that I got is also the key
Yeah.
for this. And I just have to unlock it. I think I can do it from the inside.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Otherwise
No,
that's going to be problematic. And then Cooper can actually go in there.
Yeah.
And I've never done that.
Yeah, I did it like in one of the first iterations, so it's such a long development. Like some
Oh, yeah.
stuff you played like, I don't know, the last time that batch is like 1.5 years or something.
Probably.
So-
Okay, so this guy needs to be blinded with the perfume.
I think we should also now switch back to English.
Oh yeah, right. I totally forgot again.
Audio, English. Any Russian speakers in the chat that can confirm if the VO is any good? We don't have any Russian
So
speakers.
far, nobody commented on it.
Okay.
I guess it's probably decent.
It's probably perfect.
They are blown away, so they can't speak anymore.
Yeah.
Here's a question: why we didn't include co-op game mode?
So
That's a big question.
it's not very easy to include co-op. That's one thing. So if you want to do that, it's like a huge decision for development. It's like one that makes the project take longer, make it more expensive. So you have to be like
It's basically just a different game. At that point.
Yeah.
It's so different.
and you have to like change so much in the design. Like we don't want to like also don't want to implement just like co-op and not change anything else, because that we think would not be like the perfect co-op game then. So we would have to adjust, especially something like the quick saving, quick loading, because of that it's not that nice in co-op. If you make progress and the other player like screw something up, and then you have to like load and you lose your progress and stuff. So you really have to like redesign the core of the game to make that be like a very good experience. So we
I mean, heck,
decided against that.
It
for
already
this game.
it already gets frustrating if you're just playing by yourself.
Yeah.
Imagine you're playing with a friend and well, he slips up a bit more often than you do.
Oh, that was your mistake. No, it was your mistake.
I could imagine the arguments that he could have over that.
Am I skipping cutscenes? Yes, I am.
Yeah, I skipped the cutscenes. It's better.
No spoilers.
And
So now we're in control of Cooper.
Yeah.
Is Hector here?
yeah,
Can we see
Hector
him?
he's like.
Can we see him somehow?
No, we
No.
can't go down it now, but he's sleeping.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
sleeping over there.
Yeah. I also love like tiny things like that. This is like there's also this like civil zone which does not really matter, but
No.
it's for the setting it's so much cooler than like you can walk up to the
It's a
mansion
great-
and they
yeah.
say like
Yeah.
like keep out.
It's like a great introduction to this mission.
Yeah. It makes it feel like way more realistic or believable.
So the red line means if I step over this red line, I'm considered hostile.
Yeah. You can like there's like they give you a
Oh yeah,
small
they
warning,
actually.
so
I did save. So they do warn me again,
so
and if I can,
Yeah.
if I don't move, they shoot me. And then it's-
that's like
Or they
And he hits me
they
with a
hit you
shovel
with
in
a
the
shovel
face.
too.
He wanted to finish.
yeah. The
Yeah, but-
shooting is not that deadly. The shovel is the thing that kills you here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 1 HP damage for,
Yeah.
for each. So it's quite a deadly shovel. Okay. Now I'm going up here.
Also for co-op mode, like it would also change mission design a lot. Because for example, this mission, although it's more an exception because it's very staged for this type of game, so you play as Kate first, then you go as Cooper, and then you play them both. So it's really nice pace if you play single player, but for co-op that like kind of wouldn't work. Like either one player would have to wait or something, or like we would have written a different mission.
Yeah.
So
Rasato in the Steam chat is saying that that's very plausible that the development of a co-op is very hard. He's suggesting a simple multiplayer like in Commandos 2 would be perfectly fine. I didn't play Commandos 2, I must say. But what do you think about that?
It's still like the technical aspect is still very challenging. So there's the design and the technical aspect. So also like making it kind of simpler and not adjusting the game too much. And but then it would be like very niche because it would, I think, like obviously if you played those old games in multiplayer and you had a lot of fun and you have your like one perfect buddy you can play with and you know each other and you know what they are doing, then that works. But that would be like a very small group of people still.
Yeah, I think so
But
too.
yeah, and we are not a studio with like multiplayer experience also. So if you have that like in your portfolio done a lot, then it might also be easier and less of a technical challenge.
I did not expect my maneuver to work just now, but it did.
Nice. Yeah, it's so funny because like that's the complete different approach to the mission law, how you would do it normally. So that's the part where you should not enter with Cooper.
Yeah, there's always like a intended way, but it's actually just, it's so open.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most open missions I find. That you can go around this way or that way multiple times with either character.
Yeah.
And now I'm actually going just through the door.
Which is also very nice because there's the other door, but you have to use the front door.
I have to use that one for the badge.
Yeah.
How can I check? Here.
I think that's also one thing people that didn't experience that genre before or are like beginners in that kind of genre, that they think there's always only one solution or maybe two.
Yeah.
But there are always like so many, it's not even possible for us if we would want to restrict it. So, but that's like, I think the core fun. Then you think like, I played this mission like 2 times like this way, and then you're like, oh no, I'm gonna go the right way, and it seems impossible at first, but then it's totally doable and gives you like some really cool challenges.
How do I do this?
Yeah, maybe.
I really don't know. This guy, like, is this guy a freebie? Okay, that guy's a freebie. No, he's not. Oh man. But it might be enough time.
Maybe you can go with the double kill.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
But then you have to be like very careful when nobody hears or sees you because.
Yeah. I really don't want to raise the alarm because there's an alarm house right here. 5 guys inside. And fries. Burger and fries. 5 guys.
5 fries. Yeah.
5 guys.
And we also have chickens a lot. So.
We do.
Fries and chicken.
Fries and yeah, we could have showed that in the town level, or maybe show it later. Again, it's always fun to catch a chicken in the bear trap that Hector carries around.
Yeah, for
great fun.
For a very funny special effect.
Our VFX artist Flo yesterday in the stream, he said it's the biggest blood effect in the game if you kill a chicken.
But it's not so easy to kill a chicken.
That's true. They're quite evasive.
Oh.
Okay, that was just a mess. I just went around him. Okay, so my plan is, because this guy is standing at the very edge of this guy's sort of head rotation, it might be possible to stab him and then fall down fast enough to not get seen, but it's going to be tricky.
You can also use...
Okay, that might be good. That might be good.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Nice one.
Wow.
Very smooth.
What were you going to suggest? The knockout?
No, more like the throwing and then
Oh yeah,
picking
okay.
up, but
yeah,
that's
also doable. Some characters' knockouts are faster than the kills.
Yeah.
Who does that apply to? I think Hector has a very, very fast knockout.
Yeah, he has like
BAM!
I love it on the screen.
Yeah.
Does the screen still shake? I think so.
I don't know. I think the whole world shakes.
Yeah.
And you can switch to the knockout for a strategic advantage in that case.
It also says the time, like in the hint.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Like here.
Noise, radius, duration.
Yeah,
in this case, it's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting a lot of compliments throughout the whole chat. Also a compliment and a question here. You have made an extraordinary game. What are the future development plans, Tom?
Making more games.
That's a good plan.
No, like we really plan on staying that kind of genre. But yeah, also, yeah, we at the moment we're thinking about the next project, and we also want to like really bring the genre a step further, I think.
Yeah. So anything we can say about any future settings yet?
No.
No, we can't.
No.
No, that's still in the making. So you guys have to be a bit patient until we can.
I think that's gonna
Announce
take
something.
some time
Yes.
before we can announce that. But yeah,
I mean, we still have to finish up the DLCs that gonna come out for the season pass holders.
and with some free content like the
Some free
Barons
content,
challenges.
How many soundtracks are there? I can only speak from the soundtrack that's included in the collector's edition. I think it's 33, but I'm pretty sure it's probably more.
Yeah, well, I don't know the exact number,
It's-
but also we think on Spotify or something.
Oh yeah, right. You can check
also
out on
listen to it.
Spotify. Our composer released all the soundtracks, I think, on Spotify and some other outlets yesterday with the release of the game. So definitely check that out because the music is definitely one of the best parts of the game, I would say.
Yeah.
Amazing job he did there.
Absolutely.
Also, obviously the like, yeah, baked soundtrack on CD or is very nice, but when you, yeah, I don't know, like,
I don't know. Having a physical copy of the.
yeah, no. But the other thing I wanted to say is that when you play the game, the music is also dynamic. So
Oh, yeah,
it
oh,
really
yeah.
changes on what you're doing, and like some levels have like, yeah, different systems of how the music is implemented. So one of the very late levels, we did a very nice experiment where there's like one band kind of playing live music.
Oh yeah, all right.
So that they play like an acoustic set, and depending on where you are with the camera, it then changes to a different soundtrack. So if you're outside, it's stealthy, but it's like in the synced with the band, so you can like really fluently change what you hear.
That's sweet stuff. Yeah, that level really gets the most out of
Yeah.
music and games. I got another question here. Is the game worth it if you never played these kind of games? It looks fun. Again, there's a free demo that you can download on Steam. Just check it out, and if you think it's worth the money, definitely don't buy it on any key stores
Oh, yeah.
or any less legal outlets. Just be fair and support the developers.
And I don't know. Also in the question, it's a prequel, so you don't have to know
Yeah.
anything.
We already mentioned that before too.
Screwed up, but you're doing like
I don't know
really
how,
well. But
I honestly don't know how to solve this.
But I think also there's the badge, don't use the Gatling gun. So I think that one's gonna be easy for this run as well.
Oh, because it's cleared?
Yeah, you
They don't come back?
no. Like some spawn, but in the second phase,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
gonna be
okay,
quite
maybe.
like easy slipping out that part.
Okay, I'm still trying to get into this door. I need to get rid of these two guys, obviously.
Yeah,
And I think I need to get rid of these two guys as well.
yeah.
Because
you're gonna need the double shot.
I'm gonna need the double shot. And it's just such a massive noise radius. And I just don't know how to divert this guy's attention. So I can take him out. Do you have any ideas?
Like
You got some ideas?
you go for the static guard first.
Well, he's also. Oh yeah, okay.
Like he's the only
At
watched
least
by this
I'm.
guy.
At least I'm in range for a coin toss.
No, I mean if you kill the poncho first,
This guy.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
you can like throw a coin. I think like from that
yeah.
corner.
Yeah,
or
from
something,
the
yeah.
from the corner. Okay, good. See, it does have co-op.
Yeah.
So this keeps popping up in the chat on Steam too, about reviving the Commandos franchise. Well, there recently was the Commandos 2 remaster.
Yeah, and there's gonna they're planning on making a new Commander, so there's a different development studio working on that right now. So
in the foreseeable future, it won't be us. But I think we'll have other inspiration to use, and be sure to stay tuned and see what our next project will be.
Whew, that's one. Yeah,
All good.
it's a bit harder because they're interacting, so their reaction time is shorter to the coin.
Is it because he's the poncho?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're talking to each other, and then it gets like the harder AI
Yeah.
behavior.
That's some advanced information. I do want to get rid of this guy properly, like in the corner here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I wanna give you a tip or anything. Maybe
Okay.
I'll wait for. Well, the thing is, I don't know if you want to play it that way.
Okay.
I just sneak past them, even though they would raise
No
the alarm,
way.
and then in the cutscene, you
Ah,
will be safe.
Okay.
No, we
I'm
do
not
it-
doing that.
We do it like the gentleman.
Let's
or-
see if I can find a spot where. Oh, I think that's fine now.
Yeah.
Look, he's out of range.
But you also are out of range.
Oh, maybe like this.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in?
Oh, yeah,
Is there
there's-
anyone inside?
But I'm not sure if they raise an alarm if they're inside the building.
Really? Okay, look.
We have to try that.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's some like edge cases where it's quite.
So this guy's out of range,
sophisticated. Yeah.
and he's gonna move,
And he's gonna move out of range.
and then I just press
Nice.
the magic button. Okay.
Super stealthy revolver killing at.
And just for completion, you're also gonna kill that
Yep.
poor guy.
He
you
caused me
later.
so much trouble. He's gonna go. No, I'm sorry. There's no way he
So
survives.
the way Lucas is playing right now is the absolutely not intended way to play it.
It's still fun.
Way hard,
Yeah.
way easier if you play it like normal.
Yeah, totally.
That's like
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of
Super
my
hard challenge,
my corpses here
yeah.
because of something that I know that happens in the future.
I got another question here, but very broad question. Is there stuff in the game that you would have loved to do differently, but it didn't work out because of reasons?
Oh,
I would say
many things.
definitely for everyone, and everyone
Many
has different things. But maybe, do you have an example?
I know like one huge topic that, not my personal topic though, but we had a steamer plant in the game.
Oh yeah.
And we had to cut that out like very early.
So it's actually there was a part of a level that was a huge ship
Yeah.
that was actually accessible. It had indoor, it had setups inside of the ship, in like the engine room and
Oh,
stuff.
that's crazy.
And
It was crazy because
awesome.
it was like
Maybe
we built
too
this
crazy.
huge map,
Yeah.
and then so let's add something huge on top of
Yeah,
it, and
yeah.
then
It was it was massive.
we had to cut that, and like that's
And it
very
would have caused so much work to
Yeah.
build that thing actually. We just
Yeah.
had it blocked out for some tests and it was kind of cool.
yeah. But also to be fair, I think the gameplay in this very narrow spaces
Yeah.
gets kind of repetitive because
Yeah.
you can always use the corners and stuff, kind of abuse them. So gameplay wise, it's not the most interesting thing to have those indoor
Yeah.
Yeah.
buildings, and then they take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visually it's very cool
Yeah.
and from like a, it's just cool to have like,
Skip that.
oh yeah. Sorry I interrupted you.
That's fine. I just wanted to say that we had Bianca, head of art, here in the release live stream yesterday. She was also talking about the indoor environments and why they look great, but why they're also really hard to pull off
Oh shit!
because you always need more space indoors than would be realistic. And you can already see that this is already a huge building and it has a little bit of gameplay inside, but these indoor environments are always really hard to pull off, also because you have different light system and setup inside than you have on the outside. Sound system is the same. So yeah, that's definitely challenging, and sometimes it's just not worth the trouble.
You got caught.
No, thank you. The feedback wasn't strong enough.
No, I think you could do also the other badge that you did.
No, Kate.
No disguise, so you don't have to go up there.
Yeah, I think I might.
You make it yourself very, very much easier because you're skipping like 2 guards.
Oh yeah, it's so much easier that way. It's not.
No, it's definitely not because you don't have disguise.
So I was only able to do that because he was blinded, and now he's free to.
So I just got the information since we were stuck on the speed run for train for the train level. Yeah. So apparently there's already someone, Stardock is his name, who has uploaded a speed run of 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, we told you. And it's not gonna be the top
no,
one.
probably not.
I'm watching that on the way home today.
Yeah.
Which resolution do you play on at the moment?
I think
should
it's
be
full HD.
full HD. Yeah.
Check quickly. Video? Yeah, full HD, 60 Hertz.
To be fair, we don't have like the perfect streaming setup here.
Yeah,
it's not
so
that
probably it's a bit.
we don't do that often, or not yet. So the whole setup is a bit rough, and like the game should easily run in 4K and stuff. So that's
Yeah. Again, the question about the story, if you need to have played any of the other Desperados games before that, no, it's a prequel. So it's the story before the first Desperados. So you can just start the series with our game basically.
You think it was
that
doable?
could be like the.
And then she sees me. Okay. That might be a problem. Does he turn around maybe? Yeah, he does. Okay. Oh my god. We all have these moments
You
where
have to just wait this guy.
you just get impatient and you think you can do it.
You can also like fast forward on controller.
True,
It's
true.
sadly like a little bit hidden, that option, because
It's
they have no fast forward button left.
yeah, there's not enough buttons, but you can do it by activating the view cone thing and then holding A or X on the PlayStation. Okay, this guy who's running around is an easy kill with these boxes.
Yeah, show the environment kill, right?
Any environment kill is just easy to do. More often it's easy to do, and then most of the time you don't get caught because they think it was an accident. They don't actually come looking for anyone.
And most of the time it's kind of like getting one guard killed with them is easy.
Yeah.
But it's more sophisticated to get like 2 or 3 killed.
Good job.
Easy get one
Well,
killed.
You showed the environment kill, but it didn't do shit.
Did it work? It worked. It worked.
Oh, he survived some crates, and then he's like, "Holy fuck!" And then he gets
It was
a knife.
intended.
Like,
I just wanted to use them as a distraction.
Worst day in his life. Also last
he
day.
was like, "Oh shit, that could have gone bad."
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that was great. Completely intentional. Okay, these guys are not a problem.
I think if you, like the cape blinding skill, that's very powerful.
I forgot I had her. Let's move here.
Like we do this extra badge right now, or this challenge that we don't use her main skill, which is a disguise where she can distract other guards. So she's a very cool kind of spy character archetype.
Oh, he's still in the. No, he's not.
wow.
That's all good. That's all good. I wasn't worried for a second. Okay, there used to be a guy here, but I took care of him. And there used to be a guy here, but I took care of him. So now this should be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Oh, and the patrolling guy. It's just a dog walking around now.
Yeah.
If you know this level, then yeah, this dog has a, companion. Normally.
And the dog, for example, would also sniff out Kate's disguise. So
Yeah.
Capable hand, Mr.
yeah,
Cooper.
you
I
have
guess
to
he
be
can
careful.
smell the blood on the dress or something.
Yeah,
That's one way to explain it.
he smells the enemy.
Yeah, she's all bloody from killing the mayor.
Yeah. So
Okay, what's this?
you want to go
Dogs.
for
Here you go.
no
Careful.
Gatling gun?
There's a gun.
Oh, should I?
She'll sniff me out in a
I don't know. Then we make the most of the
Yeah.
badges.
Okay.
Try to do it.
2 more badges.
It
Have you
was
done
so
it
easy
before?
for you, but you skipped like the left part of the mission completely.
Kill everyone except civilians. That's gonna take too long.
Yeah.
And the speedrun, we're way past the speedrun time. We're on
Oh yeah, let me check.
24
the time,
minutes. Yeah. Check the time maybe. Okay, so how do I solve this setup without Kate's disguise? Well, that guy's just by himself. I just
Yeah,
sneak
that's
over.
also because you took care of. Be careful.
Yeah.
Also, the dogs can sniff you out when you're hiding in the bushes.
Yeah.
But they're on that level, they're not used that mean. So later on, they're always like patrolling through the bushes.
Oh. Okay.
Whoa,
No, that was not a misclick.
that was close.
Not a misclick at all.
You were like super lucky that he did not see you.
Yeah.
You must have looked just to the left, I guess.
Oh.
Luckily, you already cleared the balcony.
Yeah.
That's a huge relief there.
That's big.
Because the last setup is quite tricky if
Yeah.
everyone's there.
I think you can also like now use Kate and
Yeah, I need
this-
Kate here.
for the static or poncho guard.
Where is he normally? Like here?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Oops. That was supposed to be a plan.
Oh, we got a new question in the Steam chat. How many playable characters are there in the story?
5.
5 characters.
And they all do have a character introduction video, which I also encourage you to check out on YouTube, the THQ Nordic channel. You really get to know their characters, their background stories. And if you meet them in the game, of course you'll also get to know a lot more about them, their motivations, their quirks, and it's great fun. They're all lovable in some way.
And also the story evolves later on around their like disputes and how
Yeah.
they like really form a team and how they like Cooper is acting as a leader or
Yeah.
fucking up as a leader sometimes.
And also how they get to meet each other, because in Desperados 1 they all know each other.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
And here, this is how they meet. So this is the first mission.
Yeah, it's the first time Kate is
Kate is with Cooper.
introduced.
Yeah.
So
I might not need the perfume here because he walks over.
yeah, actually maybe you can like I don't know if you have to like solve that at
Probably-
all.
I don't know, true.
You
That's
can-
true. That's
like
I
you
think
can
you
actually
just
slip
sneak-
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably good,
I don't think they will see you.
Well,
Yeah, if you go
I'm-
like
I mean,
to the
he's-
left,
he's
jump
walking.
down.
No, I'm doing it.
It
Oh, you're
would be
doing it.
safer too.
Oh, no, I'm not. Yes, I am.
Yeah. But you could slip a lot.
I've
here.
gone too far. It would be just
Yeah.
a complete waste of time if I stop now.
Future Teen Idol on Twitch says, awesome game. I just wanted to play 2 missions yesterday, ended up playing until 1:30 a.m. Yeah, that's great to hear.
Get
Sorry.
some sleep.
Sorry, any dog lovers in the chat, look away. It
Could
hurts.
have like
It
knocked
hurts.
him out.
I could have, but I wanted to upset some people in the chat.
You don't have to kill the dogs.
You don't have to kill anyone.
You don't have to kill anyone, pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. Well, except sometimes there's like
Yeah,
mission,
there are some
mission targets.
objective kills that, yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah, you can't just run out.
What?
Yeah, because she's still
Oh,
wearing
she's
a
still
bloody
alive.
dress,
Oh.
the mayor is dead, and everybody's like,
Ah,
"You
yeah,
did it."
yeah, of course. Like,
Okay.
like in the beginning of the mission, there's this like civil zone, and now because like everything is hostile and
Yep.
So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I can get all three.
Usually
of these.
you don't like realize that because you would use the Gatling gun and
Again,
go crazy.
Just don't.
You
Sloppy.
just distract the elites, and then you can slip out to the.
Like
that's-
here?
Yeah. Nobody should see you there.
Okay, I'll try.
Or you kill the elites.
It's probably possible.
I bet it's
Both
it,
at once?
it should be possible.
It's probably possible. Welcome to Desperados.
Yeah.
But it's yeah. Now what? Well, thanks. I'm in a very tight spot now.
Yeah. So they have to wait it out until the next morning. Then they're like, hey.
You can use the vial on the
Okay,
elites and then sneak
gonna
over there,
use-
kill the two of them.
Use the vial on two of these. Use
coin.
the coin on
On
both of those.
But you want maybe slip in the bush there, right? Yeah.
yeah, probably.
You can also
should
kill
work.
both of them down there. Oh, let's see.
That should work.
Is this guy gonna notice me?
No, like I think now you can slip in the bush.
Okay, I'll try.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh shit! He's
Yeah, he's
like
turning like
turning.
this.
He
and
turns.
seeing-
He
Ah,
turns.
then you have like
Okay, then I just instead of distracting both of them, I just
Yeah.
distract one of them.
I think you can
Okay.
still slip that. If you
Yeah,
watch his-
pro tip for everyone playing the game, always consider where the guard is turning to if you throw a coin to distract them. Because
Yeah.
that can really
That's like
destroy the most elaborate plan that
Well,
you
you're
have.
saving a lot. Maybe like really,
We're-
like you
we're
kind of get
getting-
out of the spot, but
oh
That's
yeah.
like it.
Oh, you're right. I shouldn't save so much. Maybe I'll just do a hard save in case. Corrupted? Oh, this is the older build.
yeah,
Doesn't
because we
work?
have like I don't know.
Can I still
which-
save?
Yeah, you can save. No, it's just like the old save file.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. On
It's an
that
older
machine,
build.
there's a development build. We don't know why at the
Yeah.
moment. So
The-
far, it seems to work well.
Of course, yeah. The game runs flawlessly, of course.
Listen, Mr. Cooper. If you help us defend the ranch,
So hard.
Oh no. Oh, that was so close.
Maybe you have to like slip back into it.
Yeah, I think so. I may.
Mr. Cooper. If you help us defend the ranch, I'll tell you where.
Oh boy! Oh
Very
boy!
close, very
That was
close.
so close.
Trash.
I'm in a very
Listen, Mr. Cooper.
bad position.
If you help us defend
But
the
that's like the
I
thing
think
what
you have to kill them.
I love about the game, that you get in like those situations where you're like, okay, it's not really working, but I want to make it work.
Yeah,
And
you-
it
you
will
just-
work at some point.
You just
and-
get impatient at some point. Okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna
but you can like
plan.
retry it so often
Can I?
as much as you want, and then you always get satisfactory that you like then overcome your own challenge, because like that's I think it's quite fun.
It's not gonna even.
I got another
No.
question. I got another question regarding
Okay.
the inspiration of this game. Osiris is asking in the Steam chat. I am assuming you have played Crooks. How is this gameplay different from that game?
I didn't play Crooks that much, to be fair. Like Crooks, I think it was like had a lot of emphasis on planning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's I think 2 years ago. Like it's very hard to like pinpoint the exact gameplay of that game at the moment. So I think they have a lot of emphasis on like just planning, and we have more an emphasis on like executing in real time. I think that's one of the major differences.
I'm very tempted to use the Gatling gun here. But
No.
no. Okay.
But
How do
I
I solve
think-
this?
No, I think
Just-
with the double shot
The double shot on.
on the leads, and
On
then
the-
having
okay.
like Kate knocking out one, and
Yeah,
then a
yeah,
run
yeah.
over with Cooper. Like,
Maybe she can do both.
like it's gonna be a hard timing, but
Yeah.
I got a bullet for
Well, let's see if we can pull that off. I'm really excited to see. I would have done this completely differently, but it's great to see that there's so many solutions possible.
Okay, I'll try.
like nobody is seeing
Another-
those
another
elites,
save.
right?
No, I don't think so. So I'm gonna stun them with Cooper and then knock them out with K.
Those are like the most sophisticated enemies. They have like 3 hit points, and there's like you can like stun them. Oh yeah, obviously you can do that with Cooper. With
No, that's not what I wanted to do.
oh. Oh shit! But you can pull
It's
that
possible.
Off. Yeah.
We get some hints here. Can't you use the side road? There's actually just an ivy there, and only Cooper can use that. Kate
Yes.
can't get up that ivy, so
I would have used it if Kate could climb.
well, I mean, you could use it with Cooper
Cooper
to
and
take
then-
out the two guards which are standing down there. You know,
No, tie them up.
but
Oh.
you already solved it.
No tying up for them.
Okay, I can tie up one then.
But that's even more cruel.
True, yeah. Kill one and leave the other one alive. Okay, what do I do next?
Yeah, no. It's,
This guy isn't being okay. Now it's
Yeah,
easy.
no,
Now it's
no,
easy.
Listen, Mr. Cooper.
yeah. Usually you would use the Gatling and they would all like storm towards the Gatling. It would like just go nuts.
Now careful with the last three ones.
The last three guys.
Yeah, with blinding them, I think.
Blinding or distracting.
And the horse.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, we
boy.
did it. Great.
3
Nice.
badges. 3 badges at once?
Yeah. Like that was a very interesting run. We skipped that.
Skip it. I do want to see the replay screen.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay.
Notice guys, enter the door, and no Gatling gun.
So the thing is with the badges, there's like this plus sign. So
If
only
it's
the,
you, yeah.
if it has the plus sign, it's from the run, from the latest run. But it's not that you like lose them if you don't finish them all in the same run. So.
I thought that took way longer than 28 minutes. 29 minutes.
No, but that's like again the perfect time. Like your play time.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Um,
Cooper's like.
Yeah. You can see all the saves at the end. Okay.
oh, we
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah, 33 is
minutes,
the...
yeah,
Okay,
30.
still I thought that was longer. I thought it was like an hour.
Yeah, I think we're also gonna take a quick break
Yeah.
here. This is a taxing game, especially if you're playing it live on air
And talk.
and
the same
talk
time.
about and answer questions. I hope you guys enjoyed it so far. And see you back in 10 minutes.
Cool. Thanks for watching and
Yeah.
for all the great questions.
Tune
Thank
in
you.
again if you have
the
any more
feedback.
questions. We're gonna be here till 4:30 p.m. today.
See ya. Hey. So a nicer run.
Boah, ich dachte, das war eine Katastrophe. Ich habe nicht gelogen. Okay.
Okay, welcome back to our live stream. One day after the release of Desperados 3. Happy you're all here. This is primarily streamed on Steam for the Games Festival, but we also stream simultaneously on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So if you have any questions or any comments or any compliments, just drop them. I'll make sure to check them once in a while. I'm joined here, I'm Dorian, your host today. I'm joined by Dom, the creative director, and Lucas, our concept artist, who's also our speedrun god.
And you obviously
I just keep doing it worse and worse for you, so the pressure is piling up.
next to your position as a host, you're also the environment artist.
Yeah, that's true. So guys, if you enjoy the environments, the very varied environments in Desperados 3, also let me know. I'm always happy to hear feedback.
There's so many little nice details and stories told throughout the environments with all the props and stuff. It's amazing work.
Yeah, and before we tell you about it, let's just show them, right?
Yeah, sure.
Let's jump back into the game and see if we can pull up another speed run or any badges. So we were thinking which level to play next. We could play the town level again, Flagstone. We could also play the Magnificent Five, the O'Hara Ranch, which also has some interesting badges and achievements, or we could jump to the last level in Chapter 1, the bridge at Eagle Falls, which is, well, visually impressive with the bridge explosion.
It's probably the longest level out
It's
of these.
probably the longest level. I mean, we have 30 minutes, maybe a bit longer. What do you guys think? What would you like to see us play? Maybe just drop a quick comment in the chat. Wow, you guys actually came into work. Yes, it wasn't easy after yesterday's celebration.
Yeah, we're about 9 people here.
The first mission doesn't have any badges, so I think we're not gonna play this one.
Yeah, first mission. We could make a great speedrun with that, but it doesn't give any achievement.
We could try again if that's what you want to see.
Okay, we got one person saying Eagle Falls here. Let's wait for a bit, see if someone has objections or some other suggestions here. Yeah, Eagle Falls seems good. I say we go with Eagle Falls then.
Okay.
What shall we do? We can try the speed run, even though 13 minutes, 20 seconds, that's very, very ambitious.
Tight,
Yeah, no, for this mission you have to have a plan. You
Yeah.
have to like play it first and then do the speedrun. Maybe if you play it the second time. then
Okay,
you
I would
will-
say since yesterday we got the dynamite from the shooting range, we
Yeah,
now
yeah.
go to the quarry, maybe show the nice environment kill up there.
Definitely. I love that.
Do you want to use firearms?
Am I playing?
I think I'm.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can just see if you can
No
complete it with no
firearms,
firearms.
And quarry and
Kill
yeah,
3
then we
dogs. Yeah.
gonna try this one.
That's
and
probably
it's
gonna
everything
happen
now.
automatically.
Yeah, and this one is a bit
Interesting.
tricky. So because you have to cross the bridge first, and you don't have to, you cannot clear it then. So maybe
Right.
Let's just see what we can make out of this.
You can always check the badges in game, so.
Yeah. But you cannot check them the first time you play the level. We did that, so that you like, have your freedom to just enjoy the level and see where it leads you, and not just start with like, do this, and this. But more encourage the player freedom and the way he
Don't
wants to
restrict
approach.
the mindset of how you want to approach the level. You should first play it the way you like.
I'm gonna skip the cutscene, I guess.
So the badges are not disabled during your first playthrough.
Yeah,
If
you
you
get them
if you
still.
do them like by chance, then you still get them, but you can't view the list the first time.
So, okay, no firearms. It was because that's here
Yeah.
actually is a spot where it's
That's true.
very convenient to use
And,
firearms.
and all of these characters have firearms.
Yeah, that's-
Kate's gun is especially powerful.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ooh.
I didn't plan to do that.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna work still. So I was a bit sloppy here.
Yeah, how did you get into that situation right at the start?
Yeah.
Nice. No, good save though.
Great.
I should really get rid of them here because there's one guard like coming back. So obviously you have to analyze that situation if you've never played the mission before.
Yeah.
And you can be a little bit less slacking than I. Yeah, and Kate
She
cannot
doesn't.
like tie up.
The rope's too
enemies.
heavy.
Yeah,
No.
she does not like ropes. for some reason.
Game logic. Oh.
Oh man.
You just said it. And there he is.
Jinxed
Can
it.
you save it though? Can you
Yeah.
somehow?
We got a question here on.
Okay, that's hard. Like alarm and still no firearms. And
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
true. Yeah. The double shot is just so. It's just so good.
yeah, this guy is actually like a melee attack.
Oh, they're all coming. Hey, maybe that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
You're luring them out.
Okay, I'm just gonna like drain all my health, but. As
Oh, you-
Oh, you have doc, so you can
You
heal
have
up.
Doc. You can heal.
no, oh, shit.
Question on Twitch: how many levels in total is it? Well, we have 3 chapters.
Okay, Doc, help me out.
Each chapter has around 6 levels.
Oh no,
I think
this guy is actually waking up.
Same as the other guy.
in
Okay.
total it's 16.
I think so, but some
Oh,
of them
nice.
are shorter, some of them are longer.
Okay, he's still dizzy. Bam.
Nice.
Okay, that was like
Yeah.
super sloppy.
I think it's like 13 main missions. Is that true? Is it 14?
14.
14.
14.
14 big ones.
And 2 smaller ones.
Yeah.
And then there's the Baron's challenges, which
Yeah,
is like
right.
a twist on the missions, and we don't have all of them done yet, so they're gonna be released a little bit later.
Yeah, true. We
Yeah.
didn't really talk about that
True.
even yesterday that much at all. You will get challenges in the game if you're up for that, and you will replay some of the maps, but with very different objectives and with very fun twists.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil too much, but we really
So they-
went out quite a bit and thought about the most creative things that he could do within the bounds of the game.
So they're definitely something else than the batches we're doing right now. They really change the levels. So and sometimes we even change like skills from the player characters.
Oh yeah, right.
So I don't want to spoil like too much of them, but they are very different and a lot of fun.
They're very experimental.
Yeah.
And
So
they-
like the one we already teased, I think we can talk more about is in the mine, where you get like a Gatling gun on a mine
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
So that's like super fun, but that's like
That's one of the more extreme ones,
Yeah,
I guess.
Gatling
Yeah.
gun, that's pretty fun. Yeah.
yeah.
Just imagine playing this mission again with, only Hector and someone else, and you have no skills to use, and you just have to see how you get through. And the setups change, all the enemies are different, and it just adds another layer of replayability,
Yeah.
which is already there with the badges.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of ammo here, which I cannot use. So now I have to be careful because I want to kill 5 guards on the bridge. Obviously, you can do a little trick, but
Does it have to be those 5?
no.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So you can trick a little bit, but
Yeah.
I try to slip here because that's actually like a tutorial for killing this guard by stunning him
Yeah.
with a gun, which I'm not allowed to do.
No.
So
True. I didn't think about
You
that.
can still you can still deal with him in other ways. There's not just the stunning method. There are other ways.
with this character combination, is there?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can always shoot him down. Not in this place.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
shoot.
No.
You have
You can use the
I don't have
gas
Hector.
vial.
you can have Doc's gas.
Yeah,
fly out.
I think
I'm
that's
gonna use
probably the only thing you can
Yeah,
take
like-
him out.
slipping this one is
It's gonna be tough.
like I need
Yeah.
5 guards.
Yeah. Well, knocking out is maybe an option.
Yeah, but that was. the
You don't
easy-
have to tie them up. You can knock them out and let them stand up. You could. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Okay, I'm not gonna make
Yeah.
it like too hard on me.
But I'd be surprised if you get by without using the gas vial.
Yeah.
It's just so good for this.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've shown it today.
No, the gas
No.
vial we haven't. We're also getting some love on YouTube from Martin Chapman here. He really enjoyed Isabel and the Mississippi levels.
Yeah, they put a
Understandable.
new twist on the gameplay, which is so much fun.
No.
And he's also warning you that the quarry, he played on hard, and it was brutal, the hardest part for him so far.
Yeah.
And he's also got a question for us. Did you guys think about limiting the amount of heals?
Yes, we thought in the beginning, but
Were they limited in Shadow Tactics?
yeah, they were limited
Yeah.
in Shadow Tactics, but we thought we don't want to have like long time punishment for the player. So it's like if you screw up in the early stage of the mission, and then you get like punished at the end of the mission because then you happen to be in a shootout, and then you still punished because you did something wrong here,
Yeah.
and we don't want to have like this delay of like feedback.
Yeah.
That's why we did not do it this time like
Yeah.
that. It could be like an option for like super hard, so
Yeah, I really.
yeah, it would make sense, but I think it's not a nice mechanic to have something that gives you
Yeah.
like feedback that delayed.
Especially because this game is slightly faster and it's more. You're just more free to do like a sort of a guns blazing approach.
Yeah.
So it would be silly to punish the player for that.
Fantastic.
We should encourage the player. So I really agree with this change.
So no. Yeah, usually you would snipe a lot here. You have to be like very fast with the timings, very precise, and
Yeah.
yeah,
It's so narrow. It's very
I think-
difficult.
yeah. I think like here nobody sees him. So. Oh shit, the crate. But I'm gonna wait for him to turn, then I think I'm good. Oh,
Oh, the range. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, now you
No,
have to get
Okay.
on him.
Okay.
But this is...
Oh,
Now, Doc
Yeah,
again.
you can take Doc right. That's a tricky. That's a very tricky spot because the bridge is designed the way that he always sees you if
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
that's why
getting
it's
attacked
this-
from that side because
Yeah.
he actually reacts to the direction that you attack him from, even if you throw the gas vial.
Again, it's probably doable with one character somehow,
Yeah.
but not for today.
That's for you guys.
That's
to
for you to
figure
find
out
out,
by
yeah.
yourself. We
So
don't want
I
to
think I'm
spoil
gonna
anything.
like use one snipe because the others. Ah no, I can't not snipe. Yeah, damn it. No guns challenge.
Yeah. Don't do it.
No. Ooh. Okay. Here's some good time. But at least now I can like kill them because I think I have enough guys already alive on the bridge. Whoa.
Ooh. Tricky.
Yeah, I don't. I think I have to get Cooper in that spot.
Yeah.
And then I can attack this guy and then continue with Dog. Still, I should have brought Kate here because the perfume is.
It's very, very strong for
perfect.
this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Such a good distraction.
yeah. I think it's the one that's most underestimated.
The
Like-
perfume?
Yeah, when you.
Not by me. I think it's very, very strong.
Yeah, it is. But
I tend to forget about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a bit similar to the coin throw, and then I'm usually preferring the
So-
coin throw.
Now I'm gonna like. Plan. Oh no. Yeah.
Are you leaving 5 guys alive and fries?
I hope.
So for everyone just tuning in, we're taking our sweet time at this spot because there's an achievement actually in this level to kill
Pretty good.
5 guards in the bridge explosion, and you have to plan ahead to get that badge.
Yeah.
So now we have that guy.
Yeah.
we have the long coat, and the first two guys.
Yeah.
That's 4, right?
Yeah, but down there.
Okay. Yeah, that's that.
They
that
should
be-
also die
True,
in the
yeah.
explosion. Good. So I'm gonna get Kate because he is a disguise hidden
Yeah.
for Kate, or not hidden.
I'm so glad that it's this early because, man, having the Kate disguise,
It's so powerful.
it's so good.
Yeah.
But I've never had the time to learn
Still
to swim.
watching. So civilians now don't like see you as hostile as long as you don't do anything hostile. So
To borrow a
I
dress.
can like walk into their vision, but if I would like steal this, they would like alert the guards and they would start shooting. So
I mean, it's probably her dress, right?
yeah, it's her dress.
So
It's a like I love the like kind of side story that's told there. So
oh, you're still there, yeah.
I should have been.
You can crouch down.
Yeah. That was, so I don't want him to see me.
Throwing.
Yeah. It's still like
Okay.
super. Oh,
Oh, no, oh, it's close. It's close.
I get the tutorial.
I think it's doable.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
I got
good.
That was a sneaky. Now I'm gonna go in the bush and change.
Serial Killjoy on Twitch is saying probably not gonna watch for spoiler reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love your games, guys. Keep it up. Thank you very much.
you.
Today we're only playing the first chapter,
Yeah.
or
we
part
don't-
of it. But if you haven't proceeded to that stage of the game, it's definitely a good idea to play by yourself, unless you want to get an impression of the game or you want to see us fail horribly.
Yeah, right now we're doing like extra challenges, so
Yeah.
Yeah, this is more
it's
like
not the way
advanced
you're
play.
gonna play the mission
No,
in
no,
the
no. But
first
still,
part of
I completely understand. That's what I would do.
yeah.
Just completely
It's
understand.
like
But
very-
thanks for the love.
Yeah, thanks.
It's like very close to them. Okay, like Kate is a lot of help here. She
Yeah. So now Kate can basically just move in and out of any enemy's sight, except long coats and dogs.
Yeah,
It's just so good, and she just turns someone over with her like flirting skill.
yeah. Like for example, this
Yeah,
guy is
this
now-
guy is just out of the
Nothing.
out of the
Out of the
picture.
picture right
yeah,
now.
Yeah,
and it's so good. A lot of setups I feel are built in a way that there's like a guy in the back who's just overseeing the whole thing,
yeah.
and you either have to snipe him or distract him some way, and Kate makes that possible.
Gonna hide here with Cooper and wait for this guy to pass here. I have to be a bit careful because he always sees that as well. Or I can also talk in there. So let's play a
Oh,
little
watch
bit.
out. Yikes. Maybe.
Close.
La, la, la.
Of course, that was totally planned like this.
So yeah, the pause mode like sometimes makes things more forgivable. So that's. Whoa! Yeah, I was looking for something to drink.
A question that came up before, but we're gonna answer it again. For those who have played this kind of game before, is it difficult?
That's a very loaded question.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can really customize the difficulty of the game in a very broad range. You can either choose from 4 presets: beginners, medium, hard, and Desperados difficulty. But you can also adjust the parameters like character health, the speed of the detection by guards, the amount of ammunition that you will get. I'm missing one.
Setups.
And
How many-
of course, the most important thing maybe for some players, since it's a completely new feature in Desperados 3, you can deactivate the pause mode in the showdown mode if you don't like that for any reason, because it definitely
guy's
changes your playstyle.
I'm still
Yeah,
gonna
if-
get this guy. He's so annoying.
Yeah, he is. He's just carrying rocks, but he just sees so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're worried about the game being too difficult, it really, I mean, you can make it pretty easy with the difficulty selection,
Yeah.
and
I really recommend. It's not easy
Yeah.
if you play it.
It's
on
not easy,
beginners, so it's not gonna be like. I think the experience is kind of the same.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I really recommend that for newcomers to play on beginners.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then
And,
I'm pretty sure that once you get over the fact that failing is totally fine, and as long as you save often,
Yeah.
there's no real punishment. And I mean, unless you forget, that's that's up to you. And I also guarantee you that if you finish the game on beginner, you will have no problem playing it again on one of the higher difficulties. You just get
It's a
into it.
learning.
And you can also change after each mission
Yeah, of course.
difficulty.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah. But if you're unsure if it's your cup of tea, you can try out the free demo
yeah,
on Steam.
you play kind of the beginning of the game, which is obviously also like a tutorial kind
Yeah.
of thing.
You really
can,
get to know the base functions, and then you can decide if it's worth your money or your time.
So now Kate is now very good always for making an entrance to a setup.
Unless there's a long code,
Yeah,
which there isn't.
no, yeah. there isn't. So there's one nice environmental code.
Oh yeah,
I love.
I
those.
love that one. Yeah.
So a lot of guys staying under those things. There's a female guard. So she's a gun woman, and they don't get like fooled so easily by Kate. So
Yeah.
they're always kind of like harder if you play with Kate. So they make the setup a little bit more difficult. I think I'm gonna be a bit lazy.
I think this is the first mission that we get to use Kate's follow skill.
Yeah, that's also why it's very powerful. Here.
It's so good here.
Um,
I mean, you can basically just lure a guard, a male guard, away from his position. I mean, the range is massive.
no, but enough.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't work on poncho guards
yeah,
or female guards.
This far and no further.
so
No sense of plan coming up.
so they are also. Should I go like the right side or the left? Like
It's up to you. We're just trying to get to the quarry, which is up there.
it's very funny. They like try to blow up that rock and
Yeah,
they always fail.
they always fail. It just stays there.
But I think we're gonna see a lot of that in a bit. when we
Yeah.
play.
Well, let's maybe choose the way that's a bit faster if there's any.
If
Or if there's one that
I
you
don't
find
know
more
which
comfortable.
one is faster.
Because we're coming close to the end of this
Oh,
live
right,
stream.
Oh, really?
We can. We
Alright.
have a bit more time. I think the next streamer is gonna come in half an hour.
Are we still doing the AMA?
The what?
The AMA? The Reddit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're also doing that. So. Oh, damn!
Whoa.
I thought it was faster. It's like top. Oh, damn!
Oh. See?
I forgot to save.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens to the best.
So, okay,
Let's give him a show. Don't miss your
get this
chance.
guard here.
Yeah, this is part of the discouragement that I mentioned. It's just, it's not such a big deal. Taking like 2 minutes for something and then forgetting to save and having to do it again. The second time it takes 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what to do. You know exactly how it works. If it worked the first time, it's gonna work the second time.
I'm gonna be a bit more careful. I want to slip into that toilet.
You are, darling. I'll play the charm.
So also, if they like standing in groups, they all watching Kate at the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah.
And,
They sort of count as one if they have a conversation.
so I slipped into the toilet. I hope it's not stinking too much for Cooper in there.
Probably is.
It would be funny if he would die if he stays in there too long.
Oh, it had a noise. It had a sound.
Yeah, but he's static. Oh.
Nice. So
That-
that guy having a poncho up there was actually a good thing.
Okay,
in this case.
wait. I now have to help Cooper here.
With the perfume, yeah.
Because like he's gonna go back there and
Yeah.
yeah.
Quick thinking. Very nice. Oh, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Oh boy.
Nice one.
Yeah. Wow. And now he's gonna look for her,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna distract those.
Yeah, we've mentioned this earlier because he's sort of linked to that gun woman. He now gets suspicious that she's missing. And
Yeah.
he's gonna look for her. And this is one of the few things that is random in the game is the way that he walks and looks. So you can get fortunate and you can also get unlucky.
But I think he was the unlucky one here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
For everyone joining us right now, we are playing the, what is it, 6th level of Desperados 3. We're playing it as ninja cowboys, not using any guns here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you could, Shadow Tactics had guns.
Yes,
Firearms, yeah.
yes. It's the last resort.
Oh no, no guns, because this is like the classic
That's a snipe.
sniping gun.
Absolutely.
I was like, nice, I'm gonna do like the environmental kill here, and I totally forgot this guy because like it's always.
You can,
I think
yeah, you can. You just don't have a knife for a while.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
Nice.
nice.
I didn't
I
know.
didn't know that neither.
Nice solution.
I think I'm just gonna slip up here.
Oh, the green guy, is he gonna see you?
Yeah, I think it's like half cover here.
Whoa, okay.
No stress.
It broke the distraction.
You broke the
but,
distraction.
Yeah.
It didn't
But like,
cost
It's
your
all good.
life.
Yeah, it's fine.
bye bye.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no, I think
Is the blue guy here?
this is not.
Is he gonna survive? No.
Okay. Like those are like heavy rocks.
Yeah.
So now the thing is, yeah, he even didn't see them.
No.
Like,
Too far away.
yeah. Otherwise, this would also like count as an accident, so they wouldn't raise the alarm.
Yeah. Even if they did see them.
Yeah. So I'm now good to go here. Kate is having
Yeah,
fun.
she's having some fun.
Yeah, I think I'm now like more towards that setup. I'm gonna try to sneak through here.
Xnadul on YouTube
Yes.
says someone did a Desperado style gameplay in Shadow Tactics 2 only using firearms.
Only
Yeah,
firearms.
did you
nice.
see that?
I haven't actually.
No, I also
I
did
think I
that.
saw some runs, but
Mhm.
not the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
a bit limited because like ammunition is very scarce.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You can't really have that kind of
more like
shootout
a-
that you could possibly have.
Yeah, it's more like
here
a last
for
resort
like,
and-
yeah.
In Shadow Tactics, and here it's
So
really.
I guess he was slipping them a lot and then using the guns.
Yeah.
But it's also nice, yeah. But that's the fun of those games, that you just like come up with some idea and
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
just, okay, I'm gonna do that challenge, and that's,
I'm really waiting for those creative runs for Desperados.
yeah,
Like someone maybe playing this mission with only Doc
yeah.
or something. I haven't played it, but I can guarantee that it's possible. Someone's gonna do it.
I'm gonna distract those guards first. Ah no, I didn't want him to follow. So the follow skill, it's only one guard, but
Yeah. Well, that's
randomly running around with him.
good.
Like
I love the animation thing.
and he's like, oh, I was
Oh yeah.
blinded by love. So,
Yeah.
so where is he looking?
Did you?
I don't know. It's
This is actually one of my favorite parts
Mm.
in the game. This,
Really?
the whole atmosphere of this cold,
Yeah.
mountainy, winter atmosphere is coming across so nicely in the shadow. Like,
Well, you can tell us some more about that, I guess. You're the environment guy.
Well,
here's a banjo. Somebody
yeah.
was playing music,
Yeah.
some drinking.
Yeah, I love
actually,
the.
the guy got crushed by the minecart over there. If you zoom in on the.
Oh,
Oh, the
shit.
dead guy. Oh, that's
didn't-
the.
And
I even know which
we
guy that
didn't
is.
do that for a change. We didn't do
Yeah.
that. That happened shortly before we came here.
Maybe he did it, or the
No,
guy
that's the reason
not
why.
there
It
anymore.
was an accident. It was a real accident.
Yeah,
this
that was a
time.
real accident. So if they
Yeah.
see an accident in the mission while you're playing, that's why they think, oh, this just happens.
And here this is like kind of the key guard for the setup, or
Yeah.
like those two, because
That's a female, right?
yeah,
Yep.
Female poncho, so no chance for Kate to do anything there.
yeah, that would be like very easy otherwise.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Till the
that's
curtains
still
fall.
gonna use
This isn't over yet.
Kate a lot because she's very powerful,
I know what I'm doing.
especially with Cooper in combination with the throwing knife, because they always
Yeah.
get range
Yeah.
and can be like.
And it's so fast.
Yeah.
The knife.
And now also, which is very interesting, that like all the characters have like different ways how they carry bodies. So she's hiding them under the dress. So now she's crouched, and so I can like slip through here.
It's actually a big advantage that she carries it so slowly because it's low down.
You know.
And then the knife is still there.
Yeah, I have to pick up the knife. Like, yeah.
And don't forget to save.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Too much.
We're
It's
already
easily
kind of
overloaded.
blind to the save game reminder.
I
By
think we
the
should
way,
make it bigger.
if you find it distracting, you can also turn it off in the options.
Yeah.
There's many options for it. You can make the time longer in between each notification,
How much?
or you can turn
It's
it off
not
completely.
seeing so much. I think I still can slip this with cooking. Can I? I want to try it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Keep in mind which way she rotates.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy.
Nice.
Easy as pie.
Okay,
Not
good.
really, but doable. Yeah, and Kate can just slip past. So, but I still need Doc because, yeah, he's has the lock picking.
Yeah, you need him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
To open
the one who can open any door, or any door, most doors.
not any door,
Yeah.
but any door that
That's
is
you're supposed
close
to.
to. Yeah, like if you have like a city level there, like too many doors. That's not. That would be
but
like.
that's
a bit
actually one of the few levels where it's actually, like, I think in most other levels, it's very clear that you can't open some doors and that you can open others.
Oh shit! That's not the best coin toss.
On the Steam,
Actually, like again, Kate is very powerful.
Very
because
good.
that
I would just got a compliment for the game on in the Steam chat by Pedro 2 bits. What a beautiful game! Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
okay, I'm really screwing up. here. I'm gonna go like
You can actually combine them. Yeah, I was,
Yeah,
I was
I-
gonna suggest that because
blinding and coin
Blinding and
and,
the coin.
everything.
so now there's no.
So
way.
you're not gonna see me.
If you mess this up now, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just combine stuff with
Yeah.
the showdown mode or just manually in real time. It's a lot of fun.
So let's see what they're doing. They should be like.
No, I'm up to something.
They always have their routine where they're like kind of loading the thing and then they go there and try to blow up the quarry.
Yeah.
Like actually, there's this like quarry achievement, right? Or like
Well, we're gonna
badge.
get one of them automatically just by getting the dynamite from here. And then
Yeah.
there is kill 3 guards at the same time in a quarry explosion.
yeah. Oh, it's only 3, so it's them.
3 guards.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
That's the explosion.
Yeah.
And it's triggered by this red switch down there. And each time they fail to explode the rock, they go back and investigate.
Yeah.
So that should give us a
Oh,
hint.
yeah, and
That's
yeah.
a long code.
Yeah, have to be careful. That's even a long code with a
Is it-
very
who is it?
interesting name.
Terrence, time bomb, expensive. Who is that?
That's it.
Tom.
Tom. Okay. Is it?
Is it Tom?
I thought Tom was someone else. Maybe it's Tom. I'm not sure.
So yeah, some guards like hidden throughout the game have like names hinted to developer names. So everybody is in the game, and there's a special achievement where you have to like
Yeah.
kill all of them.
If you remember Shadow Tactics,
We
they
did
had that achievement too. But now it's got a bit harder because there's more developers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's just gonna
team
increase.
grew, and they're pretty well hidden. I must say, I probably wouldn't found them all by myself
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with the.
Maybe in like 4 games from now, every enemy is gonna be a name, and you don't know what they are anymore. Is this a gun woman or it's,
Oh, that was stupid.
yeah.
Okay, obviously
Throwing
if,
something is
if
suspicious.
Kate
action.
is doing something suspicious, then she. No, I kind of want to like start from the top, so I want to get rid of this guy and start distracting them first. Then.
Yeah, they see each other. Okay.
Now he's turning, so there's those. The cloth looks very interesting.
We're not gonna mention that. That's, everything's fine.
So we have people telling us again and again that they remember playing the first Desperados or getting it in a cornflakes box or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
That's so nice that you guys are still that you are coming to play Desperados 3, and we're really curious to hear from you what you think about the game, because I would say our two biggest audiences are probably, of course, the old fans of the series that we really want to pick up and give them a little bit of that childhood feeling, and we hope we did a good job on that. Please let us know. And on the other hand, we also try to open up the series and also the genre to new people, people who never played real-time tactics before, maybe revive the genre a bit. And yeah, that is mainly achieved by pretty in detail tutorial that stretches over several levels in the game, and of course the already mentioned customizability of the difficulty.
I'm just doing something weird here. But I'm not sure if I can hide the body then. And I think it still counts as a kill. But also I couldn't do this.
What are you trying to do?
Kill him.
Okay, you can just walk over with Cooper though.
No, it's not so easy to just walk over here.
There's another way, no?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
true.
right.
I forgot.
But
man.
don't
I was
time
like,
it
what?
poorly, because if you get up there now and they blow you up, you're gonna die.
Yeah. But I really did.
Go.
That was close. Yeah, that's
was like,
dangerous. Don't
Does
do
that
that
kill
at
you?
home. Don't do that at home.
Yeah.
Does that kill him?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Of course.
Xnadl on YouTube again. I only played 5 levels, but it's the game of the year for me.
Wow. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Wow, and it's
we're
early.
glad you enjoy it.
It's not that early.
so
It's like
much.
halfway through the year.
So,
What a strange year it's been.
oh yes. So now I have to think about a strategy. So those 3 I don't want to kill because I want to kill them by doing that. So I also cannot just walk over there because that would be like a suspicious action for Kate. So I have to like really. I think I still have to like clear more guards here.
That damn railroad never came.
Cool. Okay. I thought it was a long call.
No.
So for everyone joining us right now, we're playing the 6th level of Desperados 3, which released yesterday. We're trying to not use any guns, and right now we're trying to blow up some bad guys with an environment kill. Let's see if we can pull that off.
So it's pretty clear that we're trying to activate the lever while those 3 guys are investigating the bomb. But activating the lever isn't that easy. You have to kind of clear the area around it.
And by not clearing all of the guards also.
Yeah, you want to leave those 3 alive because for the badge you want 3 guys alive and burgers and fries.
Let me quickly mention this again. There is a free demo on Steam that you can check out if you're not sure if you want to buy the game or not, if it's for you or not. Just try it out, and if you feel that you like it and want to support us, just get your copy.
Oh, you fixed the cloth.
So I think.
Oh, that's pretty good timing. Nice.
Right, but still, I don't know like where I can. Oh shit. No.
Oh, a little bit earlier maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like here. Yeah, but
Try
he's
it.
turning, but he.
Oh, the noise. Okay, that's a poncho.
Yeah, so he will not go there.
Oh,
So we
nice.
very casually.
Pretty smooth. Oh god.
No. Oh shit.
Might be doable.
Yeah. Oh. But this is like.
As quick as it goes.
I love those moments when you like. This is so close. And Kate brought Cooper back his knife. So that's very nice.
Oh, that happened automatically. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the Switch, yeah, I still like I can just track 2 of them, but she takes some time, so I think I still have to clear the area a little bit.
Hmm.
Like dog is, yeah, okay. It's,
3 guys, 2 of them are ponchos.
what's the best strategy here?
Well, one is gonna get distracted by Kate as soon as the long coat leaves. And then I guess just like a double kill, Doc and Cooper.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for that.
The timing is just the tricky part because
Yeah,
of,
but
because of
this
that
guy
patrolling long coat.
coming out there, but like the, yeah, that's one of the hard setups here. So I'm gonna get dog in position.
Ooh.
Whoa. Get Kate in position. Oh,
Not
shit,
yet, not yet.
No.
I hope the long coat doesn't see Doc.
Yeah. There
Whoa!
he's- no chance. He's gonna see dog here.
No, quick.
Distract them. Oh, is he gonna?
I'm not sure.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay.
That was. I should have planned a little bit more ahead. So, dog, I'm gonna be here. Cooper can already plan that.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be fast, though. I have to get rid of the body after that.
true. 2 bodies.
Yeah. So I'm gonna plan that actually. Yeah, and I'm waiting for the lead guard to go out. So there's now.
This isn't over yet.
Yeah, it's not so easy to make him look like.
Maybe like in the middle.
Damn
No,
it.
he has to go like right in the middle.
Yeah, this is a spot where the
Yeah.
gunplay could come in real handy, but we're going for the no
Oh.
guns badge.
Yeah. But actually, like Cooper, I think I can already position here. So
Okay, and then you can plan the action as a pickup
Yeah.
action
it's already.
and a crouched action, so you can be very precise with the showdown mode.
So that means that he's like picking him
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Also.
It's a lot of information in that little icon, but
Yeah.
if you know what it means, it
Crouch,
all makes
picking
sense.
up knife.
It all makes sense when you play the game.
So now I'm gonna save here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So, yeah, but Doc should also be a little bit closer, I guess. Already, but how do I, like maybe with perfume?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, that could
I'm
work.
gonna try it.
As long as they're not in the green.
And
Oh,
has
Cooper,
to
don't-
carry-
don't-
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You can use Kate to carry the gun.
Almost. Ah, yes, you did it. Wow. Ah,
Nice.
exciting.
I love
Great
it.
stuff here.
It's sometimes it's like so slow, and then it's like adrenaline.
Yeah,
Killing me.
a lot of multitasking. When you're
Yeah.
watching, it seems easy, but
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, and now, yeah.
Well, that guy can just stay for
Yeah.
another loop.
Alright.
We have time, and we can fast forward. And
Yeah, we
wait,
still
wait,
have
wait,
a
wait,
little
wait,
bit
wait,
of time.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, great.
Bam. So
You'll
did
have
they
to be
already
fast here, though.
bla-
Ah, too late.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
You
2 of
got
them, 2 of
you got
Yeah,
them,
but I want
Okay.
to free.
Okay.
Okay, but that's working. So
Nice. I would have just waited another loop, but
no,
it works.
no, no,
No, it's
no
good.
picking up.
I think you should leave.
And go, go, go.
Ah.
Yes! And there it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Good. Yeah, I think that's a great point to stop. Thank you
So-
guys so much for
Yeah,
watching.
thank
We
you
had
so
a
much.
blast playing the game
That was like half the level.
Yeah,
and showing
that's a
you
tough level.
Yeah, it's long. It's
some of the different approaches that
Yeah.
you can take to get the speedrun achievements or other achievements. There's a heck of a lot in there. Yeah. If you guys already started playing Desperados 3, just let us know how you like the game. Leave a Steam review if you like. And yeah, thanks everyone for the support.
Yeah.
Next off, it's helping Hans playing Desperados 3 here in the Steam Game Summer Festival.
Good luck.
Yeah, have fun, enjoy. Thank you guys for
Thank
being
you.
here today.
Thank you.
Dom and Lucas. Yeah, and there's also gonna be a Reddit AMA at 5 p.m. So that's in 15 minutes. So you guys, if you have any questions regarding the game, we will have several people answering them on Reddit. The head of art, the head of design, the head of development, our CEO, directing manager, managing director that way, and our communications manager. So be sure
Pretty
to
much
check
every
that out.
pretty much every department.
everyone, yes.
So you can literally ask anything.
Yeah,
Which is what the name stands for, AMA.
exactly.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks so much, and hope to see you soon.
Bye.
Thank you.